Hey everybody, welcome to the 4K Lowdown. I'm David. That's Rich, aka Turnerfan77. How you doing, brother?
What's up, guys? I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I feel like I'm just behind. I am so behind on everything. I was like, man, I don't know
Good.
what it was today, but I've just been like way behind on everything. Um,
Well, you were on vacation, so that's understandable.
yeah, I guess
So,
I'll call it vacation lag, but yeah, I came back from vacation. I did the I did Tim Talks Talkies, where I did the um, 80s rotten movies, and that was a blast. Had great fun with those guys. And then last night, did your Clerks thing, is that crooked? Or is it you?
it just fell.
I was
Hold
like,
on. God, it just fell. Let me.
that's a
Let's take
sign, I
it down.
think.
It is. Knock my speaker over.
I told you had a ghost, bro, because you said that bedroom door kept opening.
Yeah, yeah. Last night it was weird. I was like, "What the
Yeah.
hell?"
And now a
All right,
picture
sorry.
goes down.
What's the
I don't
sign?
know. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to talk about our top 10 comedies. And it's interesting because you've got one that I haven't watched all the way through. I tried to watch it today. I've got one that you haven't seen. So, but we know about the movies. So we'll try to score them and we'll see what we got going on. Um,
And that's the fun part.
that's the fun part. We're gonna just do this. And I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do the same aspects for all of them. So we mark them all as physical comedies because we're going to talk about the humor in general, and then we're going to talk about any physical comedy that's in it, and then we're going to finish with ad libs. If there's any ad libs or some, you know, crazy like surprise things that are happening, and that'll kind of go into that category. But I think we'll score all of them that way and see which one comes out on top. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
And then also we're going to do halves. So we got to watch
yeah. I like
our
that.
points to where we're going to do
I,
halves.
I actually like that.
Um, yeah, I think that's going to be good. So first thing right off the bat, we're just going to knock Clerks 2 out because you and I have already scored Clerks 2.
Yep.
I gave it an 81, you gave it an 88. So I put those together, averaged it out, rounded it up. It's an 85. So we are going to round it up at the end. If it's a half point, then we round it up to the next point.
Okay.
But but that's only at the end. For the individual scores, those can be halves. So Clerks 2 automatically, and throw up the box. I know you have it, so that
Yeah.
everybody knows. So Clerks
There you go.
2
One of my
gets
favorite
an
movies of all
85.
time.
That's gonna be our base, and the rest of these are gonna be okay. That's interesting. And I know Clerks 2 we labeled as a physical comedy.
Hmm.
So that's already using the same aspects. All right. And that was yours. So let's start with one of mine. And I'm gonna throw down my recent ad, and that's the Replacements.
Oh, such a good
Uh,
movie.
I love this movie, and I recently bought this on Blu-ray, and I'm like, you know what, this has got to be in my five. So I unfortunately pulled Dodgeball out because that was going to be one of my five. Because I love Dodgeball. First time I saw Dodgeball though, I didn't like it. But then every time I saw it after that, I think I lost brain cells because it got funnier and funnier
Hmm.
every time I see it. And now I just I love it so much.
That's the way I
Um,
was
yeah,
with that
it's
movie.
just it's such a brain dead movie, but oh man, it's hilarious. Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn play so well off each other, and yeah, so
Yeah.
awesome. Um, so let's do the replacements.
And speaking of Ben Stiller, did you see Tropic Thunder is getting a 4K release?
I did. I'm tempted. I'm really
Yeah,
tempted.
me too.
You know, that has one of those I call them holy shit moments where that's mine. You can't have that. My granddaughter came in, grabbed something off my desk. um, no, that's not for you. Anyway, one of those moments that you don't expect, just something just out of the blue happens and it made me stand up out of my chair. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but one of my favorite
No, I
things
don't.
about Tropic Thunder, you don't, when the director exploded.
No, I. Oh, I haven't seen.
You haven't seen it? I thought you were telling me about the 4K, like you were so gonna get that, and you've already seen the movie. But dude,
Mm-mm. I was gonna blind buy it.
okay, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it in my top five, but that one scene just shocked the heck out of me. And also, there's an actor in there that you might not catch because he looks way different than normal. I want to see if you catch that. So maybe we'll talk about that after we both
Is
get
it
it,
Tom
because I think we're
Cruise?
both gonna get that for. Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. I did not pick him
Yeah,
out
I
the
knew he
first
was
time
in
I
it.
watched it.
The reasons I want to buy
I
it
didn't
because
know he was in it. I was like, yeah. I went to review it. I reviewed it doing the lowdown, and I was looking at the cast on IMDb, and I'm like, wait, Tom Cruise is in it? I went back and watched the movie. I'm like, holy crap, that's Tom Cruise. um,
see, I try to get all the Tom Cruise movies, so there's just a handful I need, probably like 3 or 4, and then I'll have them all.
yeah, I think
And
I
that's one of
surprised
them.
Blu-ray King. Blu-ray King's huge Tom Hanks fan, and I think I pulled out a Tom Hanks movie that he didn't have on Saturday.
What was that?
Mazes and Monsters.
Oh, I've never seen.
Yeah, it's a rare movie.
Yeah,
It was actually made for
was he
TV
shocked?
back in. Yeah, he was like, "I'm a Tom Hanks fan. I've never heard of this movie," or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, "And I'm a Tom Hanks fan." And I was laughing. I was like, "Yep, I gotcha." But yeah, no, it was a TV movie back in 1982, and I found the DVD of it, and I was like, "Dude, I'm getting that." Um,
Yeah.
but that was one of my honorable mentions when we were talking about rotten '80s movies.
Oh, nice.
Um, hard to believe that Tom Hanks did a movie that was rotten in Rotten Tomatoes, but
Yeah,
all right.
but
So
everybody
all right.
starts
So
somewhere, man.
yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Let's
So
jump
the
back into this.
replacements, we've got Keanu Reeves. I'm gonna try to go on IMDb here. We've got Keanu Reeves. We got Gene. Um, I recognize the kicker, but I can't. I think it's Bill Nye or I can't remember his name for sure. It's yes, it's Mycroft Holmes from Elementary, but
And that was it.
I and John Favreau is in it, so I recognized him. Yeah, he was the defensive guy. And then I know I
Um,
recognize
yeah.
the offensive and defensive coach
I
because they kind of do
recognize.
comedies and stuff,
Did
but
you
I can't
recognize
remember their
Landon
names.
Jones?
Orlando Jones, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I did recognize him, but I couldn't remember him off the top of my head. So yeah, so Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman, Orlando Jones, John Favreau, and I've got enough. And Jerry just popped on. Jerry, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. Um, so I'm at
I
a
only
10
have
for the cast.
4.
You have
Okay.
4, so you have 8. Okay, so we
I
round
only
up to
recognize
9.
4. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the acting, so the comedic acting in the movie, what'd you think?
I,
Did you freeze? Or am I losing
for
you?
me, it's
Okay.
not. Um, I still enjoy it as a
No,
comedy. I
I
think.
had some. Yeah, I think the
No,
laugh out loud
no, no,
moments
no.
for me were the
I'm
physical
sorry. I
stuff.
just think I was.
I think you're dropping
Yeah,
on me.
just I'm going to give this a 7
Okay.
for me.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm gonna
unless
go.
you're just really staring at me,
I'm not staring at you. I'm actually looking at my paper. So
give
you
this a
were you were
7.
frozen for a little while. You're kind of frozen now. You're back and forth. You're really choppy right now. But I can hear you just fine.
Oh man,
God, it was going good for a little
I
while.
wonder what the stream's like.
I don't know.
That was.
Yeah, your connection just went
This is
red.
probably.
Come on now.
I mean, I read. Oh, it did.
Yeah. Okay, I've got you back to
Can you hear
three
me?
bars. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I see it right here.
But your
I
your
mean, I can
screen's
hear you.
jumping around.
Ah, I
Yeah.
didn't. Okay.
Yeah, but your visual's
Mm,
just jumping.
I'm gonna
And I'm
hold on here.
and now I've got you back to full and then you're back up. Boop. Still looks like the screen's jumping around like it's freezing. But yeah, I got that.
Still?
No, that's better.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay. So you said 7 for acting, I said 8. So we're at a
Yeah.
7.5. Okay,
Okay.
let's go to the plot.
Okay. Let's see here.
And again, we're gonna go off of. Well, no, I'm gonna read the box. Screw that. I've got screw IMDb. Suck.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I
Boxes.
don't know.
Yeah. Oh man. Small print. I'm old. I'm getting my old fart magnifying glass out. Underdogs become top dogs in this fun-filled, rough and tumble comedy that's the best football movie of the last few years. Keanu Reeves plays Shane Falco, a washed-out All-American quarterback who guides a team of misfits assembled by veteran coach Jimmy McGinty to replace striking pro players. A motor-mouth receiver, a merciless linebacker, a nicotine-wired kicker, Risa Fons, that's his name, and more line up alongside Falco for a drive to the playoffs. For sultry support, there's cheerleader Annabelle Farrell and her ex-stripper squad. Pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. Falco leads his team. It's a game plan that works to perfection. That's
Yeah,
not bad.
no. I wouldn't watch that
No,
movie.
you wouldn't?
I mean, for me,
It's
that
not it's
wouldn't
not
grab my
baseball.
attention.
It's not baseball.
Right.
But okay, so 1 to 10. So that would grab my attention because I'm a huge football fan. So
Yeah, see, not me.
okay. All right,
See,
put a
I
number
like
on
the
that.
movie, but that
Yeah.
that wouldn't.
That wouldn't grab you
Oh,
to
that's
watch it. If you
tough
didn't
because
know
I
who
do
was in
like
it,
this movie.
yeah. But I mean, reading the box, not knowing who was in it, you know it's about football, you know that. What number would you put on that?
If I want to be an
Be
honest to
honest.
God truth, I would probably give it a 5.
Okay.
A 5.
Okay, cuz I'm at an 8 for that. So 6.5.
And that sucks because it's going to drop the score.
It's going to drop the score. But hey, that's the way the ball bounces. Um So dad joke just came out of nowhere. Okay, the ending of the movie, and I gotta say, I'm at a 10. I love how it ended with that
I
final
do too.
play, and you know, winners always want the ball, and he wanted the ball, and you know, he throws it to the deaf guy that nobody wanted on their team, and just
Right.
just beautiful. I loved how it ended, and
Yeah.
then they were all like, and the strike's over, so they go home. Nothing else happens.
Yeah.
They're just like we
Yeah.
won the game and we're done. So yeah, so I'm at a 10 for the end.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you on that. That's 10.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think of the story? So beginning, middle, and end. So it starts out, you know, you don't know if Shane Falco is going to do it because he's like, nah, I've had my football run. I was an embarrassment, blah blah blah, and then jumps back and joins the team, and they really suck in the beginning, but they build up, and they start getting good. Things happen. So I kind of like how the story built, how the story played itself out, and so
I do too.
I'm at an 8 for the story. Good, but not
Yeah.
perfect.
Actually, I was going to go just a tad bit higher than you.
Uh,
I was going to go for a 9.
I love it. So 8.5. That's my movie, so I'm glad you went higher than me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we're talking the comedy stuff. So the humor, what'd you think of the humor? I mean, I was and it, like I said, the humor for me wasn't so much the verbal as it was the
Hmm.
physical, with with the flipping Shane Falco's car over, and them running in, the sumo wrestler
Right.
guy, and the bar fight was hilarious, and all that kind of stuff. So I love the humor in it. Like I said, most of it is physical humor as opposed to verbal humor, and we're going to talk about the differences when we get through here. But I'm going to go 9 for the humor, because I belly laughed a lot in this movie.
Uh, This is where we're gonna. I'm gonna not go as high. I was gonna stay about a 7
Okay,
for me.
so that averages out to an 8. It's not bad. All right, the chemistry between the actors.
Oh, great.
I liked it. I thought it was really good. I'm gonna go another
Me
9.
too.
I'm gonna throw another 9 at that. You're a 9 as well?
Yeah. I 100% a 9. Yeah.
Yeah. And the script. How do you think the script was? Because we got a 7.5 for the acting and 8.5 for the story. I thought the script was pretty
I
good.
would still stick at an 8.
I think
Yeah.
I'm at an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're talking the physical comedy of the movie, and I think this is a 10 for me, because it's basically that's the bread and butter of this movie, is the physical comedy.
Right.
So, or do you
Me,
think
I'm about an 8, 7, 8. Oh, I don't
8,
know. Let me think.
7, 8?
I'm gonna go 8.
Okay. So that
On that
averages
one.
out to a 9. Um, and then for the ad libs, I don't think there was a lot of ad libs in this movie. Not a whole lot of
I don't
surprise
think so.
verbal stuff. I didn't. I'm honestly going to go like a 4 for the
I would.
ad
I'd be
libs.
honest with that. I'd be happy with that 4.
Yeah,
What year was this made?
2000. So it's 22 years old.
Okay. See, and I don't
I said, "Oh
see.
God, that hurts." When I said that, I was like, I thought this movie was
Right.
newer than that, but no, it's 2000. My daughter thought it was older than that.
And I don't. I I can't think of any movies around that time that did a lot of ad libs.
No,
Outside of.
that wasn't a big thing. Ad libs are kind of recent. I mean,
Uh,
aside from, I'm going to throw Good Morning Vietnam out there, because that was a lot of ad libs, and Robin
uh,
Williams was like just going crazy with his radio show. So that's one, but that was like probably 90s, I think, was Good Morning Vietnam. Um, Probably like
yeah.
somewhere between 95, 97, something like that. Um, and really, Good Morning Vietnam kind of almost made the list. The only thing is, I don't consider that a comedy, although there's a lot of comedy in
Neither
it.
do I.
That's a very serious movie. It's a very good war movie. So that would be when we do
And
war movies. That's probably going to be in my 5 for war movies. But yeah, that's
this is a hot
one.
take.
Yeah.
I
For
don't
me,
like Robin Williams. I don't.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
He's
hard for me
he's
to
got to
enjoy his
be
stuff.
one of my favorite comedians on the planet. Rest his soul. I mean, I was just
Yeah,
um,
I mean, he's
I
just
love
sad that what happened to him.
yeah.
I appreciate what he did for film. I'm not taking anything away, but his comedy wasn't for me. His movies I liked was I loved 1 Hour Photo. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was good. He was good and
Okay, and then
creepy.
there was one, and What Heaven? I forgot,
Was that What Dreams
when
May
his wife
Come?
dies. Yeah, What Dreams May Come.
Yeah.
And
That was a
then
good
wasn't the
that
one
was a
he was in Alaska?
um
Maybe I'm thinking of
yeah,
another movie, but
I can't I can't remember the name of it.
those three movies, or those, I'm sticking with What Dreams May Come and 1 Hour Photo are my favorite movies
Yeah.
of his.
Yeah.
I
Mine
can't
yeah,
fire.
mine are Good Morning Vietnam. I love 1 Hour Photo. That would probably be top 5 for sure. But my favorite of his is Dead Poets Society. That's my favorite.
Oh,
And
and
again,
Goodwill Hunting. I like him in Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting was amazing. Awakenings is also really good. I think he won an Oscar for
Oh
Awakenings.
yeah,
Um, but Insomnia is another one where he's kind of creepy, kind of a thriller movie. He can do thrillers. But yeah, 1 Hour Photo I really liked. But he's done some
me
turds.
too.
I mean, I did like Moscow on the
Yes,
Hudson. That was like way back. And he played a Russian guy that was defecting. Um, but movies like RV, I didn't care for.
I liked him in Mork and Mindy.
I
That's
loved
weird that I
Mork and
liked him
Mindy.
in that, but I don't
Yeah,
like his comedy.
yeah, that's interesting. Because I feel the same way about
Yeah,
John C. Riley. I don't like his comedy.
I don't think he's funny.
I don't think John C. Riley is
Neither do
funny.
I.
And I met him live, and I kind of told him that I wasn't a fan, but um, but yeah, he was here in my hometown. I don't know what he was doing, but this is kind of a vacation spot for celebrities because it's in California and it's up in the hills. So we get a lot of celebrities here in town. We've had Cameron Diaz, William Shatner had a ranch up here, James Garner had a ranch up here. So we get a lot of celebrities that come up here, and I met John C. Riley out in front of our local grocery store. And he comes walking out, going to his car, and I go, "Hey, John C. Riley," and he goes, "Hey, guy I've never seen before." And I walked up and I shook his hand. I want to say that I respect what I was like. I respect what you do. Thank you so much for your work and stuff like that. And he goes, "Oh, are you a fan?" And I go, "No, not really. I don't like your comedy." I says, "But your serious roles, I do like." Um, I says, yeah, because I was like, yeah, I like what is that? The Vampire's Assistant. I liked him in that. Um, but yeah, it was just
No,
like he goes, you didn't like Step
I
Brothers, and
just
I says, no, I
nothing
hated
against
Step
him. I
Brothers.
just
I'm not against him. I'm proud of what he did. I have
I hate
mad
that.
respect
No.
for him, but I am not a fan.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
all right, I got to total this up.
I can't. I
22,
him, Will
32,
Ferrell.
40.
I just can't do.
Okay. I hope I got that right. Hmm. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's pick one of yours. Which one do you want to do? You want to get bad words out of the way?
Let's just um. Yeah, let's do bad words.
Okay.
Bad words right here.
Yep.
All right.
I've got it.
I
I've
love
got it
Jason
too.
Bateman. He's if
I I,
like
I love I love Jason Bateman too, but yeah,
he's
I
one of
did
my
not.
favorite actors.
Cool. Yeah, I mean you've got 3 of your 5 here have Jason Bateman. So yeah, we talked about that. That's the kind of humor that you like. Is that kind of verbal,
Yeah.
cerebral humor. Yeah, and it is a little dark. There's a little darkness to it, especially with bad words. There was a
Yeah.
little. It was pretty dark. You were like he was coming from a place. He was coming from a place I didn't want to go. And I was like, I don't know why you're doing this, because I watched like the first half of the movie, and that's all I got a chance to do before the show. Um, and I was like,
Right.
You're a dick, dude. I don't understand. I don't know who spanked you too much or too little as a child, but it didn't make. I was like, so I want to go back and finish it because I can see the relationship
Dude.
building between him and the little boy, and I want to see where that goes. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so some of this is going to just be scored by you, but I will do my take on some of the stuff. Jerry's throwing some flames at us.
Okay.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and then I'm gonna hold all the scores, and then at the end I'll do them all in order, and we'll do our ranks. Because I started doing that with
Okay.
Alex when we did the sci-fi, and that was kind of fun. And I did that with Tim on his high five. So um, it'll be interesting. All right, so let's talk cast. This has a pretty good cast for Bad Words.
Yeah.
Because you got
It's a,
Jason Bateman, you got Catherine Hahn, you got God, what is her name? I know her name, so she's gonna get 2 points. Allison Janney um, is in it, and then there's the lady that's in the show Lucifer, and she's the psychiatrist in Lucifer. She's one of the parents. Um,
yeah.
there's another lady from TV series. She's the front desk clerk at the hotel. I can't remember her name. So I think I'm at an 8 for the cast. Who do you got?
You got me beat.
Really?
There's only just Jason Bateman and Catherine Hahn. That's the only ones that I knew their
You
names.
didn't recognize Allison Janney?
That's the only ones that I knew from previous work. No.
So,
Mm-mm.
um,
When I first saw this movie,
Rohan
no.
Rohan Chand. I think that's the. Oh, Ben Falcone. I do remember him. I didn't know his name. That's Melissa McCartney's
Yeah.
husband. So yeah, I'm still in an 8 for. So you're at a
Yeah.
4. So that puts us at a 6.
I I only know two.
Okay,
Yeah.
acting. I think the acting is really good, particularly by Jason
I
Bateman.
do
I
too.
mean, because I really hated this jerk in the beginning of the movie, and I think that's exactly what he was going for. Because
Yep.
in the after
Mm-hmm.
the first spelling bee where the parents are all running out throwing crap at him and throwing crap at the car as they're trying to drive away,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I would do that too. I would punch that dude in the face so hard. If my kid lost to that dude because he got in on a loophole, I'd be so mad. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go 9 for the acting. I think the acting was
I
great.
was gonna go with nine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get to that little boy and when you get further down into the movie, he does a good job too.
The little boy does a good job. I mean, from what I've seen, yeah, I thought he did great. I thought
Mm-hmm.
Jason Bateman did great. Um, I was really
Mm-hmm.
interested in Catherine Hahn's character and where she was going to go
She
because
does a
it
good job.
seemed like she had, I'm just going to say, an attraction to Jason Bateman, but at the same time, she was really
Mm-hmm.
mad at him. And let's just say other offers
Kind of like
came
everybody
her
else.
way, and she denied them. So I was like, okay, so she's kind of
Mm-hmm.
really hung up on him, but trying to figure out what's going on at the same time. Um,
Right.
and Allison Janney, her role, she did great. I thought all around the acting was really good. Um, so I'm gonna read the box for the plot. Is
Okay.
that cool? Since I've got
Yeah.
it,
Go
Jason
ahead, man.
Bateman makes his feature directorial debut with the subversive comedy Bad Words. Bateman stars as Guy Trilby, a 40-year-old who finds a loophole in the rules of the Golden Quill National Spelling Bee and decides to cause trouble by hijacking the competition. Contest officials, outraged parents, and overly ambitious eighth graders are no match for Guy as he ruthlessly crushes their dreams of victory and fame. As a reporter attempts to discover his true motivation, Guy finds himself forging an unlikely alliance with a competitor, awkward 10-year-old Chaitanya, who is completely unfazed by Guy's take no prisoners approach to life. Critics rave Bad Words is the funniest, smartest, most entertaining comedy in a long time. Um, I'll agree with that to a point. And I got to
That's
say, um, like I said, I bought this maybe a year ago because it was for $3 at Big Lots, and I grabbed it only because it said Jason Bateman. I did not
mhm.
buy it when it first came out. I know I read the back of that box and I'm like, yeah, I don't care. So um, I'm not. I was not fully
See,
enthralled, but I'm definitely down to watch the rest of this now since it's one of yours, and you have never steered me wrong. So I'm gonna finish this movie. Um, but yeah, so far
yeah.
I hate the dude, and I'm hoping it turns around. I'm thinking it's gonna turn around, and he's gonna, you know, become kind of a good guy at the end.
Not gonna
But
spoil it.
don't spoil it.
You
I
had
mean, you
the
can,
first
but
words on
I'm
that
still gonna
box.
watch it.
Oh, I won't. Oh, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
The You had me at Jason makes his directorial debut. You sold me on that. For me, that's a 10.
Okay. So I gotta say I'm at a
For me,
6 for the plot. So we'll average that out to an 8.
yeah. And I don't know
Um,
if it's just because my love for his art that makes me
mhm.
drawn to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would be like Jason Bateman's first directorial. Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna wait because I don't know how good he's gonna be. But from what I've seen so far, really good. Um,
It's fantastic.
so
And see, this movie I bought on digital first.
okay,
And it was on sale for $5,
yeah. So
and then I
it
had to
came,
go out and buy the Blu-ray.
mine came with the digital, so I have it. I think this might have been one of the ones that expired on me, so I wasn't able to put it in because I bought it too late. I have to double check that. But anyway, um, I didn't watch the ending of the film, so what'd you think of the ending?
I liked it. I really did. Is it a 10? No,
Okay,
no. I would give it a 9.
okay, we're going with your score because I haven't seen the ending. So,
Yeah,
and the story, how did you think the story played out? So far, I'm looking for the
I
story to
love the
take a
score.
turn.
That's another 9 for me.
Yeah, I'm. I think I'm going to go an 8 because the story is beginning to turn the way I think it's going to turn. So I think it's going to finish the way I think it's going to finish, and I think I'm going to like it. So we're going to go 8.5 for that.
Yeah,
Um, so the humor in it, how'd you think of that? Because again, this is more
I
dark,
love the humor.
cerebral. He's
Hmm.
man, I was like,
He's an asshole.
he's an asshole from the word go.
He
It's
is,
like, dude, and
and
he
I love it.
is way smarter than everyone else, and he knows
Hmm.
it. Um,
Yeah,
because
when he's picking on them kids.
oh,
Oh,
dude,
I,
puts the ketchup on the seat, and the girl sits in it. He's like,
mhm.
"Congratulations!" I was like, "No, I can't believe you did that." Um,
Right?
but
I
just
love it.
the he he has this he feigns like he's being nice, but he's totally not being nice. Um, like
Right.
like in the first round when he hands the panties to the little boy, and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, your mom, she was really nice. And I was like, what? And he's causing these kids to disqualify themselves and to mess up, just so he
Hmm.
can win the thing. And I was just like, I mean, man, he's such a dick. I have not belly laughed yet,
Yeah.
so um, but I think it on for that type of dark humor, I think it's good. I'm I'm gonna go
I
7.
think I love it.
Yeah.
I
So are you at a 10
I'm gonna
or
go at 9.
a 9? Okay, so we'll average out
9.
to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, chemistry. I think there's really good chemistry.
I
Not
do
just
too.
not just with Jason Bateman and Catherine Hahn and the adults,
It's the
but
boy.
with the boy,
It's
with
that
the
little boy.
little, with Chitanya,
Hmm.
the chemistry between Jason Bateman and him, really good. So you know what?
I agree.
I think I'm gonna throw a 10 at that because I really like the chemistry
I,
there.
I, I was gonna say 9. I'm gonna
Okay,
go with a 9
okay.
because
So
there's some points. I'm not gonna spoil anything.
yeah, like I said,
That
I'm only
boy's
about halfway
acting,
through,
he
so maybe
starts
there's
off,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
his acting kind of, for me, you could see where he kind of struggles a little bit. The little boy does, and in some spots,
Okay.
and you kind of, for me, you can see Jason Bateman trying to pick him up.
Trying to kind of lift him up, and that I think that's really cool what he's doing.
I do
But yeah,
too.
I didn't quite get any of that yet. But yeah, I'm only about halfway through. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and finish it. But yeah, so far I really like the
Do
chemistry.
I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the script on this, I think the script is really good.
Hmm.
So yeah,
I'm gonna go with a 9 on that.
I think I'm gonna go a 9 on the script too, because we got a 9 for the acting and an 8.5
Yeah,
for the story. So yeah, so 9 for the script.
yeah.
Um, Physical comedy, there's not a lot of physical comedy in this, but there's like
No.
when he has the boy drinking, doing the shots, and then they put the lobster in the toilet, and they're doing some stuff like that. The pranks that they're pulling, that was pretty funny. But there's not a lot of actual physical comedy going on. So I'm going to throw a 6 at that.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd totally agree with that. 6 for me.
And then the ad libs, I'm all out 10. Just in this first half
Yeah.
with what Jason Bateman's doing. Um,
If you could give it 11, I would give it
if I
11.
could, if it was Spinal Tap,
So
I'd
it's,
give it an 11 because the stuff that he's saying, it's got to be off the cuff. He can't be reading that from a script.
yeah, no, because it seems
So
so natural. It
just
seems,
seems so natural the
yeah,
way he's talking about it. Like, you know, you're gonna take your curry pole, and you're gonna turn it around, you're gonna sit down, and I was just like, did he just say that?
right.
Um, it's
Yeah,
just yeah, super really good stuff, and it was all Jason
yeah,
Bateman really, with the
yeah,
ad libs that I was catching.
yeah. Uh-oh. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about this movie either when you talk about comedies.
Yeah, I never even thought of it, but yeah, I grabbed it and I
Yeah,
put it in. I just like I said, I bought it blind one day thinking, hey, it's Jason Bateman. It's got to be something good to it because I like Jason Bateman too. Um, but yeah, when I read the
yeah.
back of the box, I was like, really, spelling bee, and he's being a douchebag. Um, but yeah, I told
Yeah.
myself, yeah, I was go through and I was gonna watch it one of these days. But um, yeah, I don't know why. I went through your list and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I've seen all those, and I was like, wait a minute, I haven't seen Bad Words. I've got it, but I haven't watched it. Um, all right, so I got the score down for that. So let's throw down. So Bad Words is done. Let's throw down a little. Since we did the one that I haven't seen, we're gonna do the one that you haven't seen, and we'll talk
Hmm.
about Real Genius. Um, because this is my all-time favorite comedy. Um, and so, what do you know about it? As far as I know, you haven't seen it, but you said you know about it. You've heard it.
No,
Um,
I've heard people. I heard Val Kilmer talk about it in that Val documentary, but
right in
that's
the
the only.
documentary. What did you get from that? I'm kind of curious because I haven't seen the documentary myself, but I'm interested in watching it
He just talks about how excited he was
to
um,
do that movie. Did he
get
say
that
that it was
role.
his favorite
Yeah,
movie to do, or
no,
what does she have?
no, he didn't say that. I'm sorry you cut out there a minute.
Oh, I think. Well, that was granddaughter. So I don't know if it was me. Does that sound okay now?
Yeah, you cut out again. My bad. I
Yeah,
missed all of
you
that.
seem good. Everything's green. Hmm. Can you see me? Am I moving around?
You're cutting out.
Weird.
There you're not. As soon as you go talk about the movie, you cut out.
Oh, can you see me now? Is that okay? Just before I logged out.
Oh, hold on.
Weird.
Yeah, weird. See, I heard you there perfectly.
Huh.
How about
How
we
about now?
don't talk about the movie? Then I can hear
Don't
you.
talk about the
I can
movie.
hear you. Now I
Now
can.
you can hear you. Now you can hear me. Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay. So cast.
The only one I knew was Val Kilmer.
Right. And I knew.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, there's not.
Real genius.
Yeah. I knew Val Kilmer and William Atherton, who's the dean, the antagonist, for lack of a better word, and then the person who plays the old guy. The old guy. I don't want to. He plays Laszlo. I recognize him, but I don't know his name. So I think I'm at a 5
Uh,
for the cast, which kind of sucks because that's going to
John
ruin the score.
Grice. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't recognize any of these guys except for Val Kilmer.
Okay.
And Val Kilmer has that face. You instantly know who
Yeah.
that is
This also
when you
was.
see him.
This was. No, it wasn't before you were born. Darn it, you were 7 years old. So. Um. So okay. So you're at a 2. I'm at a 5. That averages out to 3.5.
Oof.
Ooh, that blows.
And it's your favorite movie too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a
I'm
10 at the
sorry, but
acting though, but I think the acting was great. Super fun, great people. Love the
I
acting.
want to see it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw a 10 at the acting. Let's read the plot. I'm gonna read the box, and then we'll see what you think if you'll watch the movie. When a group of crazy college geniuses put their heads together, almost anything can happen. Hold on for a freewheeling, uproarious look at just how much mischief a bunch of high IQers con, can concoct. That was a hard one. Um, Chris is the top brain who just wants to party. Mitch is the 16-year-old whiz kid, and Laszlo, America's #1 brain, literally lives in a world of his own. Chris's closet. Supposedly hard at work on a lab project, they still find time to turn the dorm into an ice skating rink, dismantle a nerd's car and reassemble it in his room, and throw a beach party in the auditorium complete with a lagoon and bikini clad beauties. When the geniuses discover that their unscrupulous mentor, Professor Hathaway, has had them working on a secret weapon for the military, they plot an elaborate revenge. Their plan culminates in an incredible scheme that outsmarts the military and convinces the professor that it doesn't pay to fool with a real genius. It almost
I would
tells the
watch that
whole story of
honestly.
the movie, right? It's like Porky's with Big Bang Theory thrown in. It was just that's what it kind of reminds me of reading the
Hmm.
back of the box. It's like Big Bang Theory and Porky's. Um, so So yeah, I'm totally down to watch that. Sounds like it's gonna
I
be
would watch that.
fun. What would you put on a number on
Hmm.
that?
I put a 7. I'd give that a solid 7.
Okay. I'm at a 9 for that, so we'll average that out to an 8. And then the ending of the movie, I loved how they got the revenge for for the movie, how the whole thing comes about. It's basically, I don't want to spoil it for you, but
Yeah, don't spoil it because I do want to see it.
yeah, definitely watch it. And it's hilarious, and there's a lot of foreshadowing in it. So watch what the Professor Hathaway says, what he likes and doesn't like, and then you'll understand how the ending just totally fits perfect with that. As it was
Okay.
like Val Kilmer's character is paying attention through the whole movie, and that's how the whole revenge plot comes into play. And yeah, it's hilarious. I love it, and I think it still works for me. It doesn't date for me. I still belly laugh every time I watch it. So, and I can't wait till I get that 4K, which is coming out in September.
Yeah, I do remember that. Oh, I wonder
Yeah.
how much is it?
Um, I think paid I think I paid 24 or 25 for it. Where are you? There it is.
Because if it's
Um,
around $25,
yeah,
and you haven't
24.77.
steered me wrong yet.
Yeah, 24.77.
Um,
Which I was like, that's not bad. Bad for 4K when it first comes out.
no, not for a 4K.
Yeah.
And it's a
So
catalog title too.
yeah.
I'm gonna
So
check
yeah,
Amazon and see.
it's on Amazon. Comes out September 13th. So
What, 3 days before my birthday?
sweet.
Real Genius 4K live shopping right here.
There you go. Live shopping
20 twenty
on the
two
Lowedown.
ninety nine.
Oh, good. Yeah, I paid 24. So
I don't know if you can see that there.
yeah, now I see it. I saw it for a brief second.
Uh,
Now I just see the picture, but yeah, 22.99.
okay.
So grab it. It's already gone down. So that means I might get a refund.
Yeah.
um,
I'm ordering it right now.
cool. So I'm gonna throw a 9 at the ending. I think they could just have done a little bit more with it, but I'm gonna throw a 9 at the ending. And then for the story, I love how the story goes, because of the growth of both guys. Val Kilmer's character, who is the senior, and he's kind of basically lost his ambition, and he's just party guy. And then Mitch, who comes in at 15 at this university, and he is all business. So he gets a little bit looser. Val Kilmer gets his ambition back. Everybody gets their revenge. Laszlo finds the girl of his dreams and moves on. It all kind of comes together really well. So yeah, I'm gonna throw a 10 at the story, and I'm embellishing like you did with Into the Spider Verse. I think because I'm just like I love this movie so much.
You can't help it.
I can't
You
help
can't
it.
help it.
I can't help it. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm going into the funny part of it, the humor, and I got to throw another 10 at it because I belly laugh all the way through. I love I love all the humor, really dry, sarcastic wit by Val Kilmer,
See,
and
that's
then
what
Mitch the Young Ken is
I'm
so
interested in it.
dorky, and it's just so funny. Because he just like, you know, there's one line where he says, he has his name on his license plate, and this is where taking the car apart and putting it back together in the guy's room, and that was on the back of the box, so I'm not spoiling anything. And there's one line where oh man, he has his name on his license plate, and he says, and then Mitch, the young kid, he goes, my mom does that to my underwear. And Val Kilmer goes, she puts license plates on your underwear? How did you sit? And I'm just dying. He tells it a lot better than I do. You had to be there. But
I'm
I'm,
looking forward to seeing it.
I'm throwing a 10 at it.
Yeah.
I love the chemistry with everybody in the movie, all the smart guys, because it's not just Val Kilmer and Gabe something or other is the kid. It's not just those two. There's a an insomniac girl that's always building stuff with like power tools and stuff, making a huge noise. And then there's this Asian guy who's always doing chemistry stuff, and he's the one that creates the ice in the dorm room. Um, and then there's Kent. He's kind of the goober that's the assistant to the professor, and he's the one that they took the car apart. There's just this whole group that come together, and yeah, yeah. I'm gonna put a 9 on it though. I'm not gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna try. I'm trying. I'm trying to be neutral. But I am gonna throw a 10 at the script
I love a
because,
movie.
huh? What'd you say?
What'd you say, man?
I said, what did you
You
say?
froze on me.
Are we breaking up again?
Yeah. So you start talking about the movie, man.
Yeah.
It broke up.
Don't talk about the movie. Okay. It's like Fight Club. We're not supposed to talk about it. Rule number 1: we don't talk about Real Genius. Um,
But I
but it,
just bought it or pre-ordered it. So
cool. So yeah. So for script, I gave it a 10. For physical comedy, it's got a lot of great physical comedy. So I'm gonna, gosh, I'm gonna throw a 9 at that. And then the ad libs are pretty good. I'm gonna give that an 8.
nice. And what year was this again?
I think it's 84, 84, 85.
Because he's young there.
Yeah, 85.
He's very, yeah.
I would say you were like when it came out.
85, I would, yeah. I, I wonder how many, after we're done through all the, how many movies you're going to make me buy.
Oh, I'm just going to apologize in advance for how many movies I'm going to make you buy. I'm not. I take that back. Not going to make you buy anything. What do you
That's
want?
true. That is
You want to say
true.
hi? Come here. She came under my desk. You want to say hi? Look. Look
Hello.
right there. Look right there.
Hi.
You say hi. That's Rich.
How you
Say
doing?
hi. You say hi.
Hi.
Oh, squeezes. Oh, thank you.
She's a cutie. How old is she?
She's 3.
Ah, that's how old my son is. It's a fun age.
Yeah. Yeah. God, she's adorable.
Yes, that's very adorable.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next
They
one.
grow so fast, man.
Yeah, they do. So your pick.
What do you
Which
want
one
to
do
do
you want to
next?
do?
I'm gonna do Horrible Bosses.
I kind of figured.
Is my pick. Yeah. Oh, hey.
Nice.
Cast on this is fantastic.
Fantastic cast. I am high leveling it at a 10. That was just like I'm
Yeah,
just like,
there's
dude,
you can't. There's
you can't I can't. There's you got you you just look at the bosses and you've got You got three right
Kevin
there.
Spacey.
You got Kevin Spacey, you got
Oh,
Jennifer Aniston, you got Colin Farrell, and then you've
Colin
got Jason
Farrell.
Sudeikis, Charlie Day, and Jason Bateman.
Jason
And
Bateman.
so I'm at six just by without even reading it, just by looking at those guys. I know who each one of
Yep.
those is. So yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, solid 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think of the acting? I was
I'm gonna give
I
that a
th-
9.
okay. Yeah, I think I'm on board with that. I'm down for a 9. I thought that my biggest surprise was Jennifer Aniston. I thought she did really well. That was the way that she played her
Hmm.
character really surprised me. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I know Charlie Day had to do it a certain way, but oh, and Jamie Foxx is in this too. So, dude, um,
Yeah.
Charlie Day had to do it a certain way, but I'm sorry if she was sexual harassing me. I'm I don't know. I don't think I'd be in the movie because I'd be. It's she. Yeah, it's fine. I'm like I'm gonna
Yeah.
if I talk to my wife about that, she goes, "Don't he should be don't turn her down. What's the matter with you?" It's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Um,
The whole cast does a fantastic job.
yeah, really good job. All
Sometimes
right.
I don't know if it's the scumbag in him that brings it down to a 9. I don't
Mm.
know if it's just my personal feelings towards Kevin Spacey, if that's why my
See,
gut
that's
reaction was a 9.
that's an interesting point, and
And I
I'm on board with that. I didn't
and I
actually
don't know if that's
consider
fair
that.
to the movie.
That's not it's not fair to the movie because I
Yeah.
don't like Kevin Spacey as a person, but he really did a good job. So
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm
So I
looking at
think
like
I'm gonna change. If we're gonna take that out, okay,
then
I'm
you'll
gonna
go to
take
a
that
10.
out. Then I'm gonna go with the 10. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah. That's something
I
that's
would say
hard,
take it
but we
out.
forget.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I'm still at a 9, so we'll do a 9.5 for that. All right, so let's read the plot. For Nick, Kurt, and Dale, the only thing that would make the daily grind more tolerable would be to grind their intolerable bosses into dust. Quitting is not an option, so with the benefit of a few too many drinks and some dubious advice from a hustling ex-con, the three friends devise a convoluted and seemingly foolproof plan to rid themselves of their respective employers permanently. There's only one problem. Even the best laid plans are only as foolproof as the brains behind them. So, yeah, I'm kind of on board with that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm kind of on board with that. I'm gonna throw an 8 at that. What's up, Dell?
Yeah.
Thanks for
I'm
jumping
happy
in.
with an 8.
Yeah,
Oh, what's up, Dell, man? How you doing?
thanks for popping in, Dell. Really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm down for
Dell's a
that.
good
Okay,
guy.
yeah, I like Dell. Man, we've been friends for years on Twitter, and then all of a sudden it's like, dude, you're on Instagram, and now you're on YouTube, and I'm seeing you all over the place. So yeah, we've been friends on Twitter
He's got
forever.
some good videos up on his channel.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we are live on Twitter for the first time. I,
Oh, we
I
are?
forgot
Oh
I
shit,
forgot to
that's
mention
impressive,
that.
man.
I'm sorry. There's like three people watching us instead of two. But no, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So I'm kind of
Nice.
jazzed about that. I haven't had anybody jump on from Twitter yet, I don't think. Yeah, I've got one on Facebook and one on YouTube. Dell's coming in from YouTube. But
Awesome.
anyway, so ending for Horrible Bosses. How do you think it ended?
I'd give it an 8. 8 or 9. I'm gonna go with an 8.
I think I'm going to go with an 8 too. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And what do you think of the story?
I liked it. Jimmy Fox. He should
Yeah,
be on the
I
cover of this the
he
of the
he
Blu-ray.
he was the
That's kind of a
he's the
shame because he
linchpin of
shines
the
in
whole
that.
thing. Yeah, he's the linchpin of the whole
Hmm.
thing, and he should be right there. His face should be right there in the middle,
Yeah.
kind of like a Brady Bunch thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Jamie
Oh yeah.
Foxx is the linchpin of the whole movie. So, um, but yeah, and At first, I was like that. I didn't think it was almost like that was thrown in. It seemed to me, but after I watched it like
Hmm.
a couple more times, then I was like, oh, okay, now it's making more sense. The first time I watched it, I was like, it seemed like they just like we got to come up with a way that they're gonna decide they're gonna do this to their bosses, and I was like, so we'll
Yeah.
just throw in some hoodlum that's gonna say, dude, I could take him out, and I'll show you how to. And I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of messed with me a little bit. Um, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
give a perfect score to the story. I think I'm gonna go 7.
Either would I.
Yeah,
We're on the same page.
we're on 7 too.
We are.
Okay.
7. Hmm.
Okay. Um, humor was it? Of course, it was
Oh, I
funny.
loved it. It's 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
For me, it was a 10.
I'm, I think I'm gonna go. Oh boy, I'm at an 8, maybe a 9 with the humor because there was a there was a groaner moment for me where I was just like, ugh. Um, and I can't remember. I think it was with Colin Farrell, and
Yeah. If I had to
um,
pick a weak link out of that
Colin
cast,
Farrell was the
it's
yeah.
him.
I did like his accent in that movie. I liked how he came off of his Irish accent and he did that. Um, but yeah, there was kind of a groaner moment with him that I did not like. So yeah, I'm gonna have to throw an
What's
8.
up, movie hunter?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
movie hunter, thanks for jumping in. So yeah, so we average out
Yeah.
to a 9, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Chemistry,
That's cool.
I think the chemistry is awesome
It's great.
in this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I totally agree with that.
yeah, and again, I think
I'm a 10 on that.
the weak link. I think is Colin Farrell again. So I'm at a 9.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to
nine point
overlook
five.
that because I just,
Right,
yeah.
because you're like I can just set that aside. The French coach, the French judge, we
Yeah.
can just take his score out. Um, okay, the script. Um, and again, I'm gonna throw back on the um, because the acting's really good. I think the acting saves the script.
Hmm. I agree.
Um, but
Yeah.
you can
If you
see
don't
that
have
there's a
these
cut.
actors and you throw in,
Yeah, if you throw in some no-name dudes or some dudes that are not used to this type of stuff, this movie wouldn't be half as good.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, think
I'm at a 7.
I think I'm at a 6 for the script because
Yeah.
um,
I'm at a 7.
yeah, I think like I said, the story is a 7. The acting we're at a 9.5, and I think the acting saves the script. So
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. So we'll go 6.5. The physical comedy I think is really good in this.
Hmm.
I like both the physical comedy and the ad libs. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think they're solid. So for physical comedy, I think I think I'm at an 8 for the physical comedy.
I'm going to go 9.
Okay, 8.5.
Yeah.
And I think I'm actually at a 9 for the ad libs
Oh, yeah, definitely.
because
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot.
There's a lot of ad libbers in that cast.
Yeah, nice.
Do you guys that are watching like Jason Bateman, are you guys a fan of Jason Bateman? I'm a huge fan of Jason. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, I
Everything
that's
from
that's
Bad
obvious.
Words to Ozark.
um, I like Jason Bateman. Um, uh, Dell Movie Hunter. If you guys are still with us, what do you think of Jason Bateman
Yeah.
as a comedy actor or just an actor in general? What are your views on that? As we get ready to jump into our next movie, and it's my turn, and well, it's right on the top, so I'm gonna do Galaxy Quest.
Oof.
Is that a
I
good
do not
oof,
like
or
this movie.
you did not like this movie?
No. I don't like this movie. I couldn't finish it when I first. I was like, nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm
Is that the
like,
new
cause
steelbook though?
yeah, that's the steelbook
That's a nice steelbook. That was a great steelbook.
with the never give up, never surrender on it.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah.
Dell's definitely a fan.
Yeah.
Movie Hunter likes
Movie Hunter. I
Jason.
think she's a director now.
Oh, shit.
I think
Yeah,
she's a
she hasn't done
director.
much later. Yeah, Justine Bateman.
I
Yeah,
think she
I
just did
like.
something in the last 5 or 6 years.
That's interesting. I want to look that up.
Check her up on IMDb. I thought she became a director, and she did something. Oh, sorry, Dell. That movie's hard for me.
Definitely shows her as a producer,
Yeah,
writer. Yeah, she's
I might be
directed
thinking of someone
five.
else.
She's directed 5 movies. She's written 5 movies. I'm wondering if it's the same. Oh no, she wrote something from Wizards of Waverly Place. Her last. Oh no, she has a movie out this year called The All Nighter, or that she's in.
Maybe that's what it was.
A lot of, and then a
You
lot of
know, I'd
short
seen her
movies.
something.
And yeah, before that, 2017, 2015, she did a bunch of short movies. Um, and then she was in the series Modern Family for an episode.
Hmm.
Then she was, Desperate Housewives. She was in. Um, a bunch of TV series. Psych. Um, Men in Trees in 2006, 2007. Of course, Arrested Development. I remember that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, not not a whole lot. Um,
I knew I seen her recently in something.
they're turning on you.
I'm sorry,
I
Dell.
love.
I know. My bad. It has a great cast. It just, I,
Yeah,
I think that
God,
type of comedy, or I don't know what it is. It just,
yeah, I love this movie. I'm totally on board with that. And it's funny because the first time I watched Horrible Bosses, I didn't like it, but I took another couple shots at it, and then I was like, okay. Like I said, Jamie Foxx's, throwing him in there, that meant I didn't like that because it seemed like they were just kind of throwing something in. And to this day, I still haven't seen Horrible Bosses 2. I haven't touched it. But
really.
after I think after the third watch of the first Horrible Bosses, um, I started to like it more. So we're just gonna have to just burn this into your skull for 3 or 4 more
I love that
watches, and
steelbook
then
though. That's
you'll
nice.
be down. Yeah, I love the color on it.
Is that
It's
that's
really
the new
neat.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um, but yeah, I definitely had to get that on Steelbook. Not just because I'm a sucker for Steelbook.
It kind of reminds me. You're
I'm
yeah, you're an addict.
I'm an
And
addict. Hi, my
they
name is David, and I'm a Steelbook addict.
the the
Uh,
art on that reminds me of an artist named Greg Land. Is it drawn art or is it photo? It was hard to tell.
it looks photo to me.
Okay,
It looks photo to
just the
me.
way it was shot. It looked like the gloss on it. And
But I don't know. It could be drawn.
see,
I'm not
yeah, it looks
100%
kind of
sure.
like Greg. There's an artist. Um, he does comics every now and then where his is very photorealistic, and that's just instantly that for a quick glance it reminded me of his art.
Hmm. Yeah, it was funny. Do you know
From a
of a
comic book
comic book
nerds out
artist
there.
named Jack Frost? Does that name sound familiar to you?
Who?
Jack Frost?
Jack Ross?
Jack Frost.
Jack
Like,
Frost? No.
yeah, like nipping at your
Uh-uh.
nose. Is that? Hmm.
Yeah, no.
It's interesting.
Mm. Why?
I haven't I haven't seen anything from him, but he and I were friends for a while. Gosh, God, a long time ago, and he was going to work under Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane,
Oh,
and I didn't hear anything after that. But he actually drew some of my comic book characters from a game that I wrote,
oh,
which is
that's cool.
I wrote a superhero based RPG, and then
I
I
remember you
had
did
all
telling me that before.
yeah, and I had this group of characters that I was basing a novel off of, and I was writing that. Um,
That's cool.
hmm. I'm not sure if it's different
Yeah.
from the first release because the disc looks the same as the first release to me because there's really no disc art on it. So I don't know. But it was interesting after our Instagram last night. I happened to see that Kal-El and Movie Hunter and Blu-ray King jumped on a stream and they were talking, so I jumped on there for a little bit last night.
Oh, nice. I crashed, man. I was almost up for 24 hours because I got up at 1:50 to go to work, and
Yeah,
then
yeah. My daughter says
I
occasionally
and it
on
was like
Facebook your
1:30.
voices get deeper.
I kind of like my deep voice. What you talking about?
Yeah,
It's a deep voice.
coming tonight on the Love Channel.
She's gonna be our.
We
She should be
she's gonna be
the
she's gonna be our
producer of the
tech
show.
guru. She's gonna be our producer.
Hmm. You better start paying her, man.
Oh no, no. She
At least
lives
take her
here
out
for
to a movie, man. Make her watch
she
a
she lives here she lives here for free. So that's good enough, I think.
movie.
And I'm pretty sure something's gonna pipe. She's gonna say something.
she's gonna
Uh,
roast you, buddy.
yeah, she's gonna roast me. It's not like she hasn't already.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, so yeah, it's definitely a 10 for the cast. Cause
Oh, she got you, buddy.
yeah,
I agree with the cast. I knew Alan
very
Rickman,
little. You
Sigourney
don't pay
Weaver.
me, you pay your mother because I'm not allowed to have cash. So otherwise, I'd buy way more movies than I do. um, but so yeah, yeah, the cast is it's like it's like Horrible Bosses. It's like
Yeah,
tons of comedic actors.
yeah. I'm gonna say a 9 for me. Oh, we get you go by the
We go
numbers.
by
I'm
the
sorry.
people we know, not yeah. Because then the
Yeah, I
acting is
forgot. I'm
based
sorry.
on the cast. What do you think of the acting?
Just from I'm not taking into consideration the comedy of it or anything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. They're all great. They
yeah,
really were. It just
yeah.
I'm gonna go an 8 on that.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. I'm gonna go 9.
yeah, she's
So
getting you.
she is. Yeah, I popped that up. No money for you, mom's orders. I know, I know. So I like what I do with the J cards. I take the J cards and I trim them down so they go inside. So let's read it.
Yeah.
Years after cancellation, the stars of the Galaxy Quest television series cling to their careers, appearing at sci-fi conventions and electronic store openings. When a distressed interstellar race mistakes the show for historical documents, Jason Nesmith and his crew of has-beens are unwittingly recruited to save them from a genocidal warlord. Galaxy Quest features an all-star ensemble including Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell, Daryl Mitchell, Justin Long, and Rainn Wilson in this hilarious adventure that boldly goes where no comedy has gone before. Probably didn't need to read that last part, but I was on a roll. So because I'm a huge Star Trek fan, this caught me right off the bat, reading the back of the box. So I was like, I was
It
totally down to
intrigues
watch
me.
this. Yeah. So So yeah, I'm throwing a 9 on that because of my Star Trek.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go with 6 for
Okay.
me.
All right. So 7.5 that averages out to. All right. So the ending of the movie, and I don't know if you've made it to the end because you said you didn't like it.
Mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm. I haven't seen it since it came out.
So I really liked the ending of the movie because of what happens. And then there's another person in there that I recognize. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna throw a 9 at it for the ending because I really liked how it ended. I liked the story, but I can't say I loved it. Um, can you say anything about the story? Because you're like,
I what I saw. Yeah, no. I don't think I can give a score because I don't want to. Because I
I
don't
don't
think I
want to
made like 10
sour it
minutes
with
of the
your
movie, maybe
negativity,
half hour.
Rich.
No, I don't want to. No, because I don't want to ruin the score because I haven't seen it all the way through. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Well, and yeah, that's
On
the
the
thing. If
story,
you, it kind of like what I did for Bad Words. If I can't be an objective judge on it,
right?
then yeah, I'm not going to offer my score. So okay, so
Yeah.
because of that, I think there's some holes in the story for me. So I'm going to actually throw a 7 at the story. Um, but as far as the humor, I think it's super funny because it actually really parodies off of Star Trek and the
Hmm.
goofy stuff that people at conventions do and things like that. So I was really laughing about how Justin Long was, and because there's there's Trekkies like me who I believe in the four color universe to where okay, it may not follow exactly like if you watch one episode and it's one button you press to do something, and then the next episode it's a different button that does the same thing, and there are those Star Trek fans that really call attention to that and have problems with that. I do not. I don't care. I just enjoy the show for what it is. So I call it a four color universe because yeah, the laws of physics don't apply. You you just enjoy it for what it is. Just take the four colors
Right.
and enjoy the show. Don't nitpick at all the garbage in the middle and say that's not right, or these you didn't do this
Right.
right, or whatever. Um, that I'm not a
I
fan of
don't
doing
like
that.
people like that.
I don't like people like that either. And the way they talk about that in the movie really cracks me up. Um, So yeah, I'm gonna throw a 9 at the humor for me because I thought it was really funny. I know you didn't find it funny. So um, what would you give it?
I don't feel comfortable. I'd give it a 3.
Okay.
You know, just from what I saw. But that type of humor isn't for me.
Yeah, I understand. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know how I want to score that because if we average that
honestly,
out,
I don't think I should.
if we average that
No,
out,
I don't think you should put my 3 in there.
um, yeah, right? The chomper scene,
I honestly don't.
hilarious because that plays down to something actually in Star Trek, and um, Dell agrees. Can't stand people like that. I can't. You know,
Yeah,
I I
neither do I.
have I I have a friend who's like that, and this friend of mine he speaks fluent Klingon and is like a huge Star Trek fan. So he knows series, episode, title, what was done. He knows all the mistakes, and he goes to the conventions just to call him out on it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going with you because you're being a turd. These guys are just actors. They're playing a role. It's not real. So they get a script, they read the script. So who's messing up is the person writing the script, not the person doing the acting. Um,
Right.
so yeah, I don't go with him to Star Trek conventions. I went once and I'm like, you're a dick, dude. I can't be with you when you're, you know, I You don't get good autographs. Your autographs, you just get the dude's name. I get like, live long and prosper, Leonard
Right.
Nimoy, but he gets L Nimoy.
You did you pre-order all those 4Ks that they're coming out with?
No, no, I haven't.
Neither did I.
I'm, I don't know.
I don't know if I will.
I've got them all. I've got them all on DVD. I honestly don't even have them all on Blu-ray. So am I going to get the 4Ks?
Neither do I.
Maybe, but not all of them. I'm I love them, but I don't I don't need them in 4K. And I don't know if that I don't know. Yeah, I'm not interested. If I see it and it's a good price, I'll probably wait till the price drops and then I'll probably get them. But
Yeah.
I'm not
If I could get them for
I'm not going to
20,
go I'm not
15 to
going to go
twenty
and pre-order
dollars,
them.
I think I would get them.
Yeah,
Right.
that's about right. That's about where I'd go.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Um
I mean, I have no desire to go watch them right now. No, but
so sure. I'm
and
gonna
I
dock
prefer.
okay. I'm gonna dock it a point. So I'm gonna dock it down to an 8. Because you didn't think it was funny, but I thought it was funny. So instead of taking the average, I'll just dock it 1 point. Um, I
That's a
I
good idea.
personally I personally love the chemistry between the cast. Um, Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman. I mean, the cast really great. Played off each other. Um, and come on. Yeah, Dell says, I also have all on DVD. The first one bores me to tears, so I'll probably skip that one.
Gives me the
Right?
tears.
I'm definitely skipping that one.
Yeah,
That was woo. That was
yeah.
yeah, that was not cool. But yeah,
It was like
from
a starship
I,
porn. How many
yeah,
times are
but
they going to show the starship?
yeah, I was like, but Wrath of Khan's my favorite one. Then probably Search for Spock, then Voyage Home, then Undiscovered Country, that was 6, and then back to 5 for Final
Yeah,
Frontier. So as far as the older generation ones, um,
I'm gonna lie, dude. Hot take. I prefer the new ones, the JJ's, over
I'm
the originals.
I gotta say, as far as the movies go, yeah, I agree. I mean, I was more of a fan of the series than the movies across the
Right.
board.
I
Yeah.
personally love blue. I will upgrade to blue, but do not buy 4K to upgrade. I only buy 4K if it's a movie I need in my base collection, or if there's a steelbook.
Or if there's a steelbook. See, a fellow
Yeah,
steelbook addict like me.
I
Um,
think he has every one.
yeah,
He has them all.
he's got like a crap load. He was showing a video and he was kind of walking around his movie room and I'm like, dude, I've got a good movie room, but that was the taco. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, so I'm actually gonna throw a 10. Did you do you have an opinion on the chemistry of the actors?
no,
Not the funny, but how they're working together. Okay.
no. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I was like, my brain checks out, and I was like, nah, this isn't for
Nah.
me.
Okay. All right. So the script, I'm actually going to throw an 8 at that. Um, story's a 7, acting's an 8.5. This is a particular one where the actors don't really save the script, like with Horrible Bosses. So actually no, I'm gonna drop that down to a 7. Um, because it's a really basic script. Yeah, I own every U.S. Steelbook release from DVD to 4K.
Yeah, dude's insane. Dude, I tip my hat to you, man.
Man,
I do. That's dedication. Get him on the
that's
high five.
that's man. I don't know if I could have him pick 5, but Movie Hunter, if you were down to be on my high five show, pick 5 of your favorite movies and we'll score them like this, and then we'll rank them. But yeah, I'd love to have you on the show. Um,
Dude, yeah.
and Dell, you too,
I'm always
brother. If
pimping the
you
shit out. I'm like, you gotta
um,
get him on there.
yeah, If you're, yeah, you've been pimping Adam on me for weeks, and I was like, but
I
yeah,
have.
when I did the show with him on Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, he was like, oh, dude, I'm totally down, and I'm like, cool. So yeah, I'm working with him, but
Yeah.
it's either going to be this Sunday with Adam or um, the 31st, since we're doing our end of month show on the first. So I'll see if he can go this week or the following week. But I've got Vengeance Media has confirmed for the 23rd Saturday. So I'm gonna do high five with Vengeance Media from the
Who is?
UK.
You,
Vengeance Media.
oh, okay. Oh,
Uh,
that'd be interesting.
yeah, that'll be fun. So we're gonna go at 11:30 in the
Uh,
morning Pacific time. So it'll be
nice.
1:30 your time and it'll be 7:30 p.m. his time. So that'll be a lot of fun. Dell says, "Wow."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the physical comedy, again, I think is great. Um, Again, I'm going to throw an 8 at that. Um, and I'm guessing you don't. We're not going to. I'm not going to ask you. Um, Ad libs. I don't think there's a lot of ad libs. What there is though was good. I think Sam Rockwell had some great ad libs in it. Um,
Oh, I forgot who was in that. I like
yeah,
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell was hilarious, and he was just like crewman number 6. So he was like, I died in that episode. I don't want to follow that episode. So yeah, yeah, I think I'm gonna I'll throw another, I'll throw another 8 at that because I liked it. I liked it, but it wasn't great. Dell's down.
Yeah, Dell, you have to do it,
Any
man.
evenings from now through August. All right, I'll be in touch, Dell. I'll hit you up on Instagram, and we'll see if we
Uh,
can.
have you seen Sam Rockwell's The Moon?
Yeah, love that movie.
I really, me too.
I don't know what. I don't know a lot of things.
I know.
There's a lot I don't know.
I don't know anything about nothing.
All right.
You don't know. You don't even know my last name, do you? Do you?
Oh,
Is it a line from the movie?
that's a line from the movie. Sam Rockwell says, "Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you have a last name, guy. Do I? Do I? Or am I just crewman number 6?" I love it when
There you go.
Tony Shalhoub is just like, "Well, maybe you're just the plucky comic relief."
That's funny.
All right, that was fun. So yeah, I scored that. We're out of the way. Okay, you're next. You got 2 more.
Um, I'm gonna go game night.
Game night.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Another.
Another Jason Bateman. This was fun. I had a lot of
Yeah.
fun with this.
I do too. I do too. It just.
I'd
I, I
I'd
didn't
give my
expect
daughter
I was
crap
going
for
to.
cussing, but she's
Good
26.
idea, Dell.
She can,
Good idea.
but yeah, yes, that's Sam Rockwell. Trending any evening to most evenings pending Mrs. Dell's. Yes, yes, always clear with the
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
All right, so
This is a fun movie.
that's a fun movie. Okay, so we're looking at cast. You got you got Jason Bateman,
Amy,
Rachel McAdams.
Richard.
Um, and I know the one guy was in the TV show New Girl.
The one
Um,
I knew. is the cop from Friday Night Lights. He was in Friday Night Lights. The neighbor that was the police officer.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know his name.
I don't know his name either.
Um, and I knew Michael C. Hall. That's Dexter from the series Dexter. I remembered him.
Yeah,
Um,
hmm I forgot he was in that.
yeah, I
So
think that's
it's
the more and more. So 2, 4, um, yeah, 5, 7, 8. So I'm at an 8.
I got Rachel McAdams,
You got Rachel McAdams,
Jason
Jason Bateman.
Bateman.
Do you remember Michael C. Hall, or do you know his
Yeah,
name?
and then yeah, I knew who he was. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just forgot he was in it when you said that.
yeah.
And and I don't recognize the. I recognize the dude, but I don't know his name from Friday Night Lights.
Okay, okay. So you're at 7. I'm at 8. So
Yeah.
7.5. That's not bad.
Mm-mm.
All right, acting. I think the acting's
I just,
solid.
yeah, I'm gonna go 9.
I'm gonna go 8. So 8.5. All right, let's do the plot.
Pretty simple.
It's really simple, yeah. Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams star as Max and Annie, whose weekly couples game night gets kicked up a notch when Max's brother plans a murder mystery party that turns out to be more than they bargained for. That
Yeah,
sounds fun. And
it
and
does.
I turned around and bought it because I was like, you know what? I need a good comedy, and this popped up, and I was like, yeah, let's watch that. And I think this was my
Yeah.
comedy pick the year it came out. This was my favorite comedy of that year.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go an
So
8 on that.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go an 8 too.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that funny though.
Um, yeah, Movie Hunters better than I ever expected. Yeah, that was like same game night was far funnier than I thought. Yeah, I agree. I was just like, you know, I think the comedies were kind of slim pickings that year, to where I was like, man, I haven't found any really good comedies. So when this one was coming out, I'm like, I've got to get this because I need a comedy to watch. And yeah, I was very pleasantly
So I
surprised.
never search out comedies.
Yeah. I always try to search out at least a couple good ones from each genre that I want to have, that I think I would watch more than once.
Let's see. You put a lot of thought into it. I mean, like I said before, I'm not a big comedy guy, even
Yeah,
though I got a Jay and Silent Bob shirt on.
right.
I don't.
Unless
That's
it's
not my
Clerks,
go-to.
yeah, unless it's in a Clerks movie or something, yeah,
Yeah, right.
or something with Jason
Hmm.
Bateman. So yeah,
Yeah,
I was really surprised at how many Jason Bateman movies you had in your list.
right.
It was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. So I gotta
And it wasn't my intention either. When I just
it,
started pulling up, I
you
was like,
just
"Oh
started
shit!
rattling
Oh
off.
shit!
Oh, I
Oh
love
shit!"
that. I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seemed like when when you said them, and I was like, oh, um, that you didn't even realize that they were Jason Bateman's, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So I learned something new about you, that you like Jason Bateman as a comedic
Yeah.
actor, and I didn't know that. So um,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And the way he just yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't know
like the way he
the
delivers his
way he
lines in all
seems.
his movies.
I can't tell. And watching Bad Words was kind of, kind of hit me, where I'm watching him and I'm like, I don't know whether he's kidding or he's serious. I I don't know. And I think, I think if I played poker with that guy, I wouldn't be able to tell if he was bluffing. Um, And
Right.
I think that kind of sets him apart as a really good comedic actor, because you're like, okay, was he really serious when he said that, or was he messing around? But yeah, game night. All I'm gonna
Right.
say is I love the squeaky toy scene where he's has the squeaky toy in his mouth, and she was fixing the bullet wound, and the wife was fixing the bullet wound in his arm,
Oh, yeah,
and he's all with the, the squeaky.
yeah,
I was belly laughing. I loved it. Okay, so let's
yeah,
talk about the ending. I, I th- yeah, and that's my daughter's favorite too. Um,
yeah,
yeah, God, I
yeah.
love that movie. I love that scene. The ending kind of surprised me. I didn't expect the ending to go to that level. You know what I mean? I expected it to end with, yeah, we were just
Hmm.
messing around, but then it 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 went another notch, and I didn't expect that. So I kind of like that, and I'm gonna throw a 9 at the ending.
I do too. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What do you think of the story?
Um, it's simple. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to follow it. Um, but simple's good though. It doesn't need to be a Christopher Nolan movie. Um, I'm gonna give this an 8
Okay.
for the story.
All right. Yeah, I'm down for that. I think the humor is really good.
I like the dynamics between the couples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh, we're
did.
not
I
getting
did
to that
too.
part yet. Sorry.
That's okay. No, the dynamic between the couples is
Yeah.
great. Um, so yeah, what do you think of the overall humor of the film?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I'm gonna
this was
say
your
this is a
pick,
9
so
for me.
you get 9. Okay, yeah, I'm at an 8.
Yeah, this is a
I
9.
thought it was really funny that one scene, super belly laugh. I did chuckle in a few other parts. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
I chuckled a lot.
8.5. Yeah, the chemistry. I gotta say, I like the chemistry with each couple. And then there was a little bit. You're having some more poltergeist activity, aren't you? 'Cause it sounded like I heard something.
Yeah.
I heard something either get thrown or something drop. It's not nighttime.
Can we pause for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on, just give me a minute.
It's
I'll be right
not
back.
nighttime. Right? None Denzel. That's the person I was talking about. Isn't that's the guy from New Girl, right? We're getting a little echo.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Um,
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
but yeah, Adele was saying
What I missed.
none Denzel was the real star here. And my daughter goes, Winston. So yeah, that's the guy who plays Winston in New Girl. That's the one I recognize, but I don't know his name.
Yeah.
He did the Denzel impression, and I loved it.
Yeah. All that
Yeah,
cast is
boyfriend.
fantastic.
Yeah, and I almost forgot he was in there.
Like when they're that not Denzel, they're stuck in the office. Is it an office they're stuck in?
Yeah, they were stuck in an office or a room
And
or something. Um, I
hmm
I thought it was a
yeah,
bedroom or something, maybe a den. I think it was a den, like a den or a study or some yeah, or an office, but it was
yeah.
in the house, and
I
they were stuck in the
chuckled. Yeah.
yeah. When he did the Denzel um
Hmm.
and the girlfriend thought that she had sex with Denzel, and then they showed it,
Hmm.
and it wasn't Denzel. And I was like, No." She's like, did you ask him if he was Denzel, or did you just think he was Denzel? I was laughing. That was funny. So
Well,
yeah, I'm totally on board with the chemistry. I think I'm gonna throw a 9 at the chemistry.
I would agree with that. Uh, 9.
And
Oh, you froze on me.
did I freeze on you? Because you're still pretty good for me.
Yeah. Oh, you're back now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
Um, I wasn't talking about Real Genius, honest. Um, but so script. What do you think of the script?
I, again, it's pretty simple. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, they got a lot to
game
do with
night.
brother's office.
Yeah,
Yeah,
game night
I mean,
goes horribly wrong.
and this is another movie where the acting elevates
The
for
acting
me at
elevates the
least.
script. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go scripts about 7.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm down for that. Um, the physical comedy, and
That was
I
fantastic.
liked the physical comedy in this. You
Hmm.
know, right down to the gunshots and the car chase and all that stuff and the whole thing with the fight club in the house and the wrestling and all that. I was like, dude, this is hilarious. So yeah, I was liking the physical
I'm
comedy.
gonna
So
go. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna
I think
9.
I'm gonna throw a 9. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a 9 at it.
Yeah,
And the ad libs are good. I'm I
I agree.
again, Jason Bateman is a wild man with the ad libs, but I think there's a
Yeah,
lot of good comedic actors in this that also had ad libs. Um,
yeah,
so yeah, I might throw another 9 at it. I think.
yeah. I'm happy with the 9.
Ooh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
I'm our scores are really, I mean, really close together. All these movies are really close together. Um, all right, so we got that. You got one left. I got two left. I'm gonna save that for last. So let's do evolution.
It's been years since I've seen that movie.
Okay,
I remember
but
liking it.
but you did like it. Okay, good. I want to make sure.
Hmm.
Um, because this movie has my favorite comedy scene of all time.
Which is what's us.
Um, I I don't know. I'm just gonna quote the line. There's always time for lubricant.
I'm
So there's that
looking it up.
whole scene
Yeah,
where where the where the
I don't remember.
where the alien fly goes in the guy's leg and it's crawling up his leg, and he's like, you know, he's like, I'm gonna have to cut his leg off. No, don't. And it's like, no, he thinks he's an athlete. It was like, okay, oh look, it's going for his balls, and the guy, take the leg,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then it continues on um, from there, from there.
I
And
like that.
you made that movie such a big part of my childhood, and I'm not mad about it. Thanks.
That's awesome.
Um, but yeah, I just and it's like, oh, it's going around to the back. How are you going to get it? Rectally. and, and he's all no. But oh,
Yeah.
that whole scene with Julianne Moore, David Duchovny, and Orlando Jones, and they're just like back and forth with this whole thing, and it, uh, yeah, I was floored. I love that scene.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to revisit that.
Please do.
I need to.
And this is an Ivan Reitman film. This was like one of his
Yeah.
last ones that he wrote and directed. So um, I gotta give props to him. I think this is gonna get a good score for the script
Yeah.
because I really liked how it was written. Um, okay, so let's talk about cast. So again, we got David Duchovny,
I
Orlando Jones,
recognized 4 right off the bat that I
yeah,
knew their names.
Julianne Moore, and I recognized Dan Aykroyd, of course, who's the governor,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
Ted
that's 5.
Levine. So Ted Levine is the bad general guy, and then there's the other dude who is in Modern Family. Um,
Yeah.
uh, So
The
I don't
husband.
remember his name, but I recognize him.
Mm,
So yeah, I'm at a
I
10.
read a 10.
And Sean William Scott, dude, Sean William Scott is in it. So yeah, I'm at a 10 easy.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good cast, man. It really is.
Yeah, it really is a good cast. Um, so the acting, I think the acting in here is really good.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think I'm gonna give it a 10 though.
I was gonna say an 8.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down for that. I'm trying to figure out a way to give it a 9 and I can't. So we're gonna go 8.
Yeah,
All
and
right,
to
so
be honest with you, I think Sean William Scott brings it down a little bit.
yeah, he kind of does, but he's supposed to be an idiot, and I kind of
Yeah,
left it at that to where he's just an idiot. Um, but Julianne Moore, awesome. She did a great job.
she's amazing in everything she does. She's a
But yeah,
fantastic
no,
actor.
I'm in total agreement that Sean William Scott kind of brought the acting down a little bit.
Have you seen something, Alice, something about Alice or something with Julianne Moore? She's fantastic in that. I think
Huh?
she's got some kind of disease.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, let's see.
Um,
Okay.
but there's a movie, gosh, and I'm almost 100% sure that it's her. There's a movie called Blindness with with her and Mark Ruffalo, and they play a husband and wife, and it's kind of like this virus spreads, almost like a zombie virus, only it makes everybody blind,
I've
and
never seen that.
they take these people, the first people that get infected with this blindness disease, and they throw them in this compound that they fence off, and they quarantine them all, and so they're all blind. But Julianne Moore is not. She pretended to be blinded so that she could be with her husband because her husband went blind. So she ends up in this place. She's the only one that can see. And then they do this really weird Lord of the Flies thing where one group takes over the food, one group takes over the facilities, and then there's some really disturbing stuff in there. It's really like two shakes from being a horror movie. Um,
Oh,
but
it's 2008. Blind. You're right. It's called Blindness.
Blindness, yeah, and it's oh god, it's
Yeah.
such a powerful movie, and it really plays like 28 Days Later. Um,
Yeah. I thought you sold me on that. Damn it. I'm gonna have to look that up.
yeah. Oh god, that's one of the movies where I'm like, yeah, if somebody's like, is there a movie that is not a horror movie that made you actually turn away from the camera from the TV? It's this movie for me. It's not a horror movie, but there was a couple points where I was like, I can't watch this. I can't. It's just really really kind of tugs at me. It was they were really kind of devastating, and then it plays out really well, but I don't want to spoil it for you. If you get a chance to watch it,
No, I'm gonna look that up.
watch it
That,
and let me know. And I'm yeah, I'm just like I'm speechless just thinking about it because I've seen it a couple times, but there are times where I'm like, I don't think I can watch this today. Where it's like
right.
I don't think I need that kind of depression because there's some really devastating parts that I just can't I just couldn't watch. And there's very few movies that do that to me.
Right.
Um, Okay, so let's go with the plot for Evolution. Gonna liven it up again. Back to comedies. The maker of Ghostbusters and Road Trip gives you a hilarious look at life on Earth and joins forces with the biggest stars in the universe. David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Sean William Scott, and Academy Award nominee Julianne Moore make a discovery of alien life forms that could change the world. But when the aliens try to take over the planet, our four stellar heroes rocket into action to save us. The laughter hits you at the speed of light in the comedy about heavenly bodies, mutual attraction, and close encounters.
No, we haven't talked about Malibu's Most Wanted yet. Ben Grimm just joined the movie.
What's up, Ben?
No,
Unfortunately, that did not make our list.
no.
And
The-
my daughter Amanda does not want to watch Blindness, and no, I don't think you would like it.
Yeah,
I think it's a little too deep for you. Um,
that I would go about a 7 for me for that.
yeah, I'm down for that. That it wasn't the best of plots of reading the back of the box. I was just like, yeah, okay, I'd watch that. I
But
don't
here's
know
the
if.
thing: I would go a little bit higher
Mhm,
if Sean William Scott's name wasn't on that. 'Cause that to me, I mean, he was great in American Pie for what he was, but he never did anything different. Same
yeah,
thing in every movie.
I think his best role was the movie Goon. Did you ever see that?
I've
Where
never
he was,
seen that. No.
where, yeah, he was a hockey player, and I'm not a hockey fan, but his that was his best acting job that I've seen.
Oh, I didn't know it did, Ben.
Evolution was
So
like
he's saying it
Alien
had its own
Ghostbuster.
cartoon series.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
I didn't know that.
Um, okay, so the ending of Evolution, and
I don't remember it.
I
Refresh me.
I gotta say, the ending. I mean, basically remember um they napalmed the whole thing. The military with the napalm, and
Mm,
it grew into this huge giant amoeba, this big giant one cell organism, and then they used the whole thing of Head and Shoulders to kill it, to make it explode. So I'm like, okay. um, I don't think it was the best of endings. I'm gonna throw a 7 at it. I like how they closed it.
yeah,
It was funny,
I was gonna say
you
seven
know,
too.
you know, because he was like, "Let go of my friend, you big sphincter," and because it sucked Orlando Jones into the thing, and it's funny, but yeah,
What's up, Huck?
they use Head and Shoulders in a fire truck to defeat this giant amoeba, and it explodes, and of course, the bad guys all get drenched with the guts of the monster. So yeah, 7 for the ending. Um,
Yeah, I agree
yeah,
with
what's
that
up? What's up,
totally.
Huck? Thanks for popping in, man.
Thanks for all you guys being in here tonight.
Yeah, that's really great. Movie Hunter's got to say hi, but yeah, Huck's awesome, man. I was
Huck's
so
fucking awesome.
I was so happy being on the trivia challenge. It was so great. I had a
Yeah,
blast. I wish I'd have won, but it really came down to that last question. I'm still kind of pissed at
right.
myself about that because I had the lead and I blew it. But so unfortunately, the Take Two crew is not undefeated. I'm
Hey, we're
sorry.
1-1. Hey, it's
We're one
okay.
and one.
We're one
Um,
and one.
but yeah, I definitely want to go back on there and see if I can redeem myself.
I had a
Um,
blast.
it was a blast. All right, so the story for Evolution. Um, I kind of liked it with
I
the
do
meteor
too.
crashing, and then the aliens start to be forming, and things start happening, and then the military gets involved. It's kind of a standard, like a simple story, but it played out pretty well. So yeah, I'm gonna throw an 8 at that.
I was gonna say that. I
Yeah,
was gonna say 7, but then I'm thinking about it. It starts off like you said, standard, and then it's got this cool little twist. Not twist, but just a little bit new take on it.
little cool
I like
elements where
that.
you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah. I really liked
Yeah.
how the evolution, not to you know foreshadow the name, but how the evolution
Right.
of the organism started, how it
Yeah.
was happening, and how things were growing and things like that. Because it was like, you
Yeah.
know, hundreds of millions of years of evolution happening in just a matter of hours, and it was really
And they
neat to
didn't
kind of
come
get
out
that.
of like the monster, quote unquote monsters didn't come out of the. You know what I mean? Like, and they're already formed and they're
Yeah,
giant. And
yeah, they didn't like
I just
and they
yeah
were like it started off really small,
yeah.
with the flatworms, and
Hmm.
then it was this and that, and then all of a sudden you start seeing the monkeys, and Um,
Yeah.
they were looking really cool. I really liked the effects on that. I thought it was really neat.
Hmm.
Thanks, Huck. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks, Huck.
Thought we were good. I thought we did good. I watched yours, and I mean it looked like you were like way ahead. um,
I just like, what the heck am I doing?
at the end of that, you were doing really well, and I knew that me, Brian, and Adam, we were like neck and neck all the way through.
Hmm.
Because there's some great guys. I loved Blue King being on there. He
I did
knew
too.
he wasn't going to do well because there was a lot of older stuff and stuff that he hasn't seen, but great sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really proud of him. He stuck with it, gave answers, did stuff. It was really cool. All right, jumping
Yeah.
back in. Um, so what were we thinking for the story? Um, I think I'm going to throw an 8 at it because I kind of
Hmm.
liked how it
I
went
agree
through.
with that.
So, yeah. Um, the humor, I gotta throw a 10 because that one scene is my favorite scene of all time. I will
Right.
watch that. I will watch that by itself every day and twice on Sunday. So I got to throw a 10 at
I'm
the
gonna go
humor.
an 8 again on
Okay.
that.
All right. So we'll average out to a 9. I like the chemistry. The chemistry,
Hmm.
particularly between the three main guys, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect Julianne Moore to be able to play to them, to Orlando Jones and to David
Yeah.
Duchovny, but she did really well.
She did.
Those three played really well together, and the general Ted Levine, he played really well to them. So I was really pleased with that. Dan Aykroyd was just kind of there as the governor,
Yeah.
so he didn't really have to play to anyone except for Ted Levine and his assistant. So yeah, I'm gonna throw a 9 for the chemistry.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'll go with the 9.
Okay, so script. Now we're at an 8 for the acting and an 8 for the story. So I'm gonna continue on those lines and throw an 8 at the script because
I'll be
I
happy
I
with
think
that.
I think the script,
Hmm.
because like you said, this is one thing where, you know, the acting doesn't really build up the script, but we gave the acting and the story the same score, and that's
Yep.
kind of how I based the script.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go an 8. So the physical comedy, yeah, I am off the charts with this. So I am definitely at a 10 with the
Yeah.
physical
I'll be
comedy
okay with that. With the 10.
because it's just
It's
a
good.
blast. All the stuff that they did. The ad libs. Now I don't know how. I know
I didn't.
Ivan Reichman did, let like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd do some ad libs with the Ghostbusters movies, but I didn't get a lot of that here.
I didn't feel it.
I got a little bit
Yeah.
with Orlando Jones,
Because
but
that's the kind of actor he is.
this
He's
kind of actor he is.
comedian.
He's kind of an off the cuff,
Hmm.
Saturday Night Live type actor.
Early Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, just
He
kind of
kind of
like,
reminds me.
yeah, and he kind of plays off. So yeah, I'm gonna throw a 5 at it, I think.
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay, so we'll go 4.5. I thought it was a little bit better because we gave a 4 to the replacements, and I thought it was a little better than that. So, all right, all right. Your last one is
Ah, we're the Millers.
We're the Millers.
Oh, I love this movie, man.
You
This
know, this
movie,
this this cracked me up. I really liked
yes, I
this
was
movie too.
dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the cast. So
Oh yeah,
I um
it's a 10.
really you can name
Uh,
5 guys.
yeah, I got Emmy Rob. Oh, no, never mind. I don't know his name. Never mind. It's about an 8.
Okay,
It'd be an
because
8 for
I'm
me.
Jason Sudeikis, um,
Jennifer Aniston,
Jennifer
Emma
Aniston.
Roberts,
Um, did you say Julia Roberts?
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. I didn't know her name, so that was a
Okay.
1 for me. Um, but Ed Helms is in it. Catherine Hahn is in it. Will
Yes.
Coulter. Will Coulter is the son.
Yeah. I recognize. I forgot Catherine Hahn was in this.
Yeah,
I like her,
and
man. The guy from
Offerman.
Hangover.
Offerman, the guys from what?
The Hangover. Did you already name him?
Yeah, Ed
Will
Helms.
Helms or Will
Ed Helms.
Elton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's
I
what it
named
was.
him, but what's his name? I think it's Offerman. It was Catherine Hahn's husband.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I think his name is Offerman. But I can't. Joel Offerman or something like that. Um, Turnerfan
Um,
wins. He has the Blu-ray. Shut up.
I want the one. I wish I came with the slipcovers when I got it. The slipcovers already out of print because it's a nice lenticular.
Yeah, Dell, I agree with you. We're the Millers is another one I didn't expect to
Oh
like as much as I did. I agree. I was
yeah.
like, okay, this is going to be kind of silly. Excuse me. But yeah, no, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so you
fantastic.
said you were at an 8 for the cast.
Yeah,
Okay, and I'm actually at a 10. I could name enough people to where I was at a
yeah.
10. So
You rattling those motherfuckers off.
I'm
It's like,
rattling people
you
off because I got that 52-year-old brain that I
know,
can't I can't remember for the life of me if I was supposed to if I took out the trash or anything, but I can remember an actor from 2007 in whatever movie, and I can remember lines from the movie. So, okay. So speaking of which, acting,
I think it's fantastic, man.
yeah, it's really good.
Oh,
I
Dell has the
believed
slip.
Dell
Yeah, Dell for the win. He's got the slip.
Dell for the win. Dell wins because he's
Mm,
got the slip. Um,
oh, it was. Didn't know that.
was it Ben? Yeah, We're the Millers was the winner of the Best Kiss at the MTV Movie Awards. But was it for Emma Roberts kissing Will Coulter, or was it for Jennifer Aniston kissing Will Coulter? Because I think either one would qualify.
Right.
Um, did your earbuds go out? We're at 2 hours,
But shit, man.
right on the nose. We're at 2 hours right on the nose, and your earbuds go out again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you.
Dang
I'm gonna
it.
have to leave and come back.
Yeah. Now, when his AirPods go out, we gotta reset.
Okay.
All right. How's that?
Perfect. I can hear you.
Good. Okay. Yeah, when your AirPods go out, you can't hear me anymore, so you just have
Mm,
to get out
okay.
and go back in. But yeah, at 2 hour mark, right on the nose.
Yep.
That's funny. We now know. Okay, so 1 to 10, what would you give the acting?
I'm gonna give it a 10, man.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna go 8, so that'll average out to a 9. Let's do the plot. I have the box. So, small-time pot dealer David Clark must become a big-time drug smuggler and devises a foolproof plan. He convinces his neighbors, stripper Rose, loser Kenny, and runaway Casey, to create a fake family. With one huge RV and a ton of laughs, the Millers head south to the border for a 4th of July weekend that is sure to end with a bang. My daughter says maybe you
The
could
box
have
is gonna
one
sell me.
headphone in while the other is charging.
That's a good idea, man. That is a good idea.
See?
Tell her I'm gonna do that
That,
next week.
yep. Now you owe her money. um,
That's why she's gonna be the tech person.
she's gonna be. That's funny because I'm the tech person. I fix her stuff, but she's the common sense person. She's the one. Why don't you try it this way? I'm
Yes.
like, oh, that's yeah. She's our common sense operator. She says you're welcome.
Thank you.
Um, but okay, judging by the plot, see, I'm one of my pet peeves is glorifying drug use. And I know that pot is legal most of the time in most places now, but I don't like it. So so that kind of turns me off a little bit. But uh, I'm I'm gonna throw a 7 at the plot.
The the box doesn't sell me on the movie.
No.
I'm gonna go with 6. What sold
Okay.
me on the movie was the trailer. Yeah, if you put the
What
trailer in the
sold
back
me
of the
was the
box, that'd be great.
trailer when Jennifer Aniston stripped and was like with the sparks, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch that. um, don't tell your mother. uh, but she's right upstairs, so she knows. Um, okay, the ending of the movie.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
think it
give
was
it an 8.
perfect. Yeah, I'm at an 8.
No, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm an 8. Wow, Dad.
What? Yeah, we're gonna have a new show called "What Are You Watching, Dad?"
A new
uh,
take on it.
new take on it. And I'm nothing minimize. Um, so the story. How do you think the story played out?
Oh, you froze. Looks like you're blowing me a kiss.
Really? It's not Real
That's what it looked
Genius.
like.
We're not talking about Real Genius. um, all right. So the story. What did you think of that?
I'm gonna give that another 8 too.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm
I
down for
liked
that.
it.
I think the story
Yeah.
actually turned out a little more complicated than I expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my daughter says, "Gross." I am not here for that show. Jennifer Aniston looks better now than back when she was on Friends. I agree.
Oh, I disagree.
I oh no,
I mean,
I totally
it's just
I
a pet
think
peeve of mine
yeah.
is when they get that lip work done.
Okay. When they get the
It bothers me.
yeah. No, I think body wise,
Oh
I
yeah.
I think she looks better than she did
But I'd
with.
really hate to be a woman in Hollywood, man. Whew. They got that. They got rough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they make all that money, but man, the self-esteem issues. I bet you, um, some of the women go through.
Yeah, no, I think if
I
I
wouldn't
was
want
going
to
to
be a
be an
woman.
actor, I'd want to be Kevin Smith cuz I'm about his body frame.
I
So
can do that.
I can
What?
do that. I can make that happen. But if they're like,
Mm, yeah.
we're gonna have you do a superhero movie, I'd be like, I don't think I can do that. And my daughter says it just sucks being a woman. Um, and there wasn't a happy face on that, so she's being serious. Okay, so the humor, love the humor in this.
10.
There's,
It's a 10.
yeah, I gotta fall right into that. I think it's a 10. I barely laughed a lot,
Yeah.
and it was different types of humor too. You
There's
got
like
physical, you got
sarcasm.
cerebral, you got sarcastic, you got um, almost like a parody on something.
hmm
Um, so yeah, I mean, like that surprise, spontaneous laughter. Um,
Yep.
I'm just gonna say with the spider bite that I
Oh, I
lost
died
it.
laughing, dude.
I lost it
I did too.
as soon as Will Coulter said bingo and passed out. I was like, oh my god. um,
Have you
chemistry.
seen
I
him
thought.
now? He's
Well,
jacked.
he's going in the MCU.
Yeah, he's in the Adam Warlock, I think.
He's Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, no.
hmm
He's a big kid. He's got to be at least
hmm
6 foot. But
Yeah.
I only, I remember him from this, and then I remember him from the Maze Runner movies.
Yeah. That's the only thing I really
Uh,
recognize him in.
That's the only thing I
He wasn't
recognize
he
him
in
in.
Detroit? Was he in Detroit?
Yeah, he was. He was one of
Yeah.
the cops or something
Yeah.
in Detroit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good movie. All right, so what did you think of the chemistry?
Oh, that's fantastic, man. That's a 10. The way Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston play off each other, Emma
And
Roberts and Jason Sudeikis, Coulter, and
yeah,
all of the way he played off all of them.
yeah, yeah. I see no reason to say it was anything less than a 10. Um, So the
No,
script.
I need to watch that. I have it on my shelf. I have not watched it
Talk about a glow up. Oh, is it glow up? That's what it's called? Is that some new slang shit?
yet.
Some okay. So when someone all of a sudden gets really attractive, it's called a glow up.
She taught us something, man.
I am now educated because yeah, it was a few years ago and I said the term off the chain and she goes, "Don't say that ever." And
Yeah,
I was like,
the
"Isn't that
ways
in?"
my
He
daughters look at me,
yeah. Where you're like, "What are you saying to me?" Yeah.
they're like, "Don't talk, Dad."
Don't say that. Yeah, he was great in Detroit. But yeah, if you get a chance, Detroit was
I
really
want
good.
to.
It's a
I have it on
serious
my.
movie though. It is a serious
Yeah, that's what I
movie.
heard.
Yeah, very. And there's the train. I know what time it
Yep, it's
is.
right on time. Yeah,
Yeah, Aniston gets better looking with age, like a fine wine.
I mean, I
Yeah, I
would
don't know
kick her
what
out
it
of bed
is.
for practice.
Jennifer Aniston's aging like a fine wine, and I'm aging like milk. Um,
Me too, buddy. Me too.
all right, so for script, I think I'm gonna go 8 for the
Yeah,
script.
I'd be happy with an 8 on that.
I think the physical comedy here is good,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm probably gonna throw a
There's,
9 at it.
I, yeah, I agree with you. A 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, I'm the spider bite
Mm-hmm.
does it for me. That was a killer
Like
scene.
even when the Jennifer Aniston and the Sandra's when they're kissing in the tent
Hmm.
and the other guy's rubbing the dude's ear.
Yeah,
I don't know what about that shit made me
where it's
laugh my
like,
ass off.
yeah, and like sticking the finger in the ear and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, nah,
I don't know what
yeah,
that made me laugh.
yeah. No, that's funny.
Yeah,
That would make me
fantastic.
really uncomfortable. It would be. um, I'm I I can't say I got a lot of ad libs out of this. I
I
expected
could see
more. I,
Jason
I
Sudeikis doing it
yeah, Jason
more.
Sudeikis probably, but yeah, Jennifer Aniston didn't.
Mm.
I think there might have been a little bit from Will Coulter.
I
Um,
could see that.
but you know what? I think I'm at a 6 for that.
I was gonna go lower. I was gonna go about a 5.
Okay, that's fine.
Uh,
I thought maybe Ed Helms, but he didn't really have much of a part. It was just,
mm-mm.
hey, go get this pot. But yeah, really that whole thing about the pot, and I'll tell you this right now. A lot of people say the greatest TV series of all time is Breaking Bad. I will never watch it. That's
I've
how
only I've
that's
never
how
finished the first
against
season.
that's how against drugs I am. I will never watch that show. I will never buy that show. I will never see an
Right.
episode. I will never watch it because of my personal beliefs.
Oh, that's
Um,
good though, man. You stick to your beliefs. Don't waver.
yeah, Weeds,
Uh,
never watched it. But movies that,
I like sweets.
yeah, I never watched Weeds, and I like the woman. I like the
Mm-hmm.
the female lead. She was in Red. I love her, but nope.
That's good, man. Yeah, I
It's
know it's two different things,
yeah,
totally two different things. Anything with LeBron James, like I want to watch the new.
the new Space
Adam,
Jam
no, I would never. I want to watch the new Adam Sandler movie on Netflix, but I won't because
because LeBron James is in it.
he's not
Or
in it. He produces it. It's just I
oh
can't. Anything
oh
that he has his hands on, I won't touch. I don't like the guy.
hmm.
Just my again, my personal beliefs. I won't.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Uh,
because I hate musicals, but I will watch them begrudgingly so that I can at least score them.
right,
I know, but I will only buy them if my wife or my daughter want to see it,
right.
which is why West Side Story is not on my shelf yet because
Oh, that's
no
fantastic.
nobody's
Check your
nobody's
Target,
interested.
man. Nobody's
You
interested.
said you said Target had a sale like it was 15 or something.
Yeah, I think they're even cheaper now because Targets across the country discount all their movies like crazy. I've seen people get them for
Hmm.
like $7 for like the new Nicolas Cage movie.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, so I want to hit
Well, yeah,
Turner
because
see
I
what they
think
have.
they're getting rid of all their in-store selection,
Yeah,
right?
that's the word
Um,
is.
yeah.
But I like West Side Story. I really do.
All right, we got one more left.
Uh
So I don't, and
oh. It's
I
funny.
don't know
Julianne is singing.
your feelings on this. Um, this Romeo and Juliet was singing. Yeah,
I can
no,
see that.
I can see that.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, she came a long way since Leprechaun. I forgot to put that up. Yeah, she did. Jennifer Aniston. So, our last movie to talk about is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I just revisit. I have that steelbook. I just revisited. I think that week you told me what your picks were. And it's been
Oh,
forever
good,
since I've seen that.
good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I watched this, and I love how the front and back join together.
Yeah, I do too.
It's really cool. I like it when the artwork does that. Um, but yeah, this for the longest time, this was my favorite comedy of all time. Um, and it's interesting because it came out after Real Genius.
Hmm.
Yeah, this came out in '86, so it came out the year after Real Genius. So I loved them both, but Ferris Bueller was my favorite, like in my 20s. But as I've gotten older, I've liked the comedy um, for Real Genius better. I think the comedy holds up more, but I still think that Ferris Bueller's Day Off is the better movie. But probably not the funniest for me.
Mm.
But I think it's still my favorite. My favorite movie that just happens to be a comedy. So I for me it gets a higher score than Real Genius does, but Real Genius is the funniest movie for me. And my daughter says she likes the poster I have.
Yeah.
And I don't I don't think I can get to it. It's actually on the other side of that door. Um, but yeah, I have a poster for it. So I bought the movie poster. It's absolutely Romeo and Juliet singing. They literally took Shakespeare's plot and updated it. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely. Which if you watch the Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet, because they kind of modernized the Romeo and Juliet story, that's kind of what they did with West Side Story too. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I
I'm
see
really hoping we get
a lot of
a
ties
West
into
Side
that.
Story, the original West Side Story in 4K. I'd buy
Mm,
that.
yeah, I would not, but it's just
You would if it was a steelbook.
if it was a steelbook, I might go. I didn't buy the West Side Story steelbook,
Oh yeah,
but
that's true. That was a nice one too.
I didn't. It's nice looking, but I was like, if it drops below 20, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If it drops below 20, I will buy it, even
Yeah.
though I probably won't watch that movie at all. Okay, so actors, so cast, we've got Matthew Broderick and Alan Ruck is Cameron. Mia Sara is the girlfriend.
I only recognize one.
Jennifer Grey is the sister.
Oh, Jennifer Grey. Yes, I do recognize her.
And then I recognize the principal, so that gets 1 point. And I recognize the dad, but I can't remember his name. I thought it was Alan Thicke, but it was wrong. Um, so yeah, so I'm at a 10 for the cast. You said you have
Matthew Broderick
Matthew Broderick
and Jennifer Grey.
and Jennifer Grey.
That's
Oh,
it.
Charlie Sheen's in it,
Yeah, but
but he's only worth 1 point
yeah,
because he has a glorified cameo at
yeah,
the end. Okay. So and I know you know him. So you're at a
yeah.
5, I'm at a 10, 7.5. I was like, my math is escaping me for a second. I th- I think the acting on this is spot on. So I'm at a 10 for the acting.
I agree. This is very good acting,
All
especially
right,
for an
let's.
'80s movie.
Yeah, I think Matthew Broderick kills it in this movie. He's so good, and his
Hmm.
fourth wall breaks are amazing. Um, um, sorry, not here. Instead, high schooler Ferris Bueller, his girlfriend Sloane, and his best friend Cameron are off on the spontaneous romp through Chicago known as Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You'll also enjoy righteous bonus materials that give you an insider's peek at this hilarious comedy hit from John Hughes. So barf up a lung, forge a sick note from the parents, and tag along on this funniest adventure to ever sweep through the Windy City. What are you still doing here? Save Ferris. My son actually has a Save Ferris T-shirt. um, but you know what? I think this is not the plot. So I want to grab. I think I've got the DVD too. Let me see if that's got to be different
Yeah,
because that was just
but that
like
doesn't sell you.
this was just like hyping it up from the Steelbook. It's not.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, the okay. Well, I gotta get these. The R&J movie with Leo is way underrated. I agree with that. Great movie. Again, there's singing. So, but I don't consider that Romeo and Juliet to be a musical. They just made the Leo one in modern days, but they kept the same script. Yes, John Leguizamo kills it in that movie, in
yeah.
that Romeo and Juliet. Math. Yeah. She loves me. Okay, let me see if I can find the DVD box that'll probably have a better plot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to West Side Story. I mean, I didn't expect that to enjoy that as much as I did. I've never seen the original. After watching the remake, I definitely want to check out the original. I picked up the Target exclusive for like $15 in 4K. I have yet to watch it in 4K. I watched it when it was on HBO Max. It's one thing I like about HBO Max. You can check out those new movies fairly quickly. And if you're a fan of Bob's Burgers, I think that's what it's called. That's on HBO now, on HBO Max now, and it's on Hulu too. If you guys want to watch that, I'm not a fan of those type of movies. And see, I didn't think I was gonna like this movie either. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. The cast was great. It's got the kid from, well, he's not a kid anymore. He's probably in his 30s. I still call him a kid from Baby Driver and the Divergent movies. He does hate him. Did he watch? I guess he didn't like Greatest Showman either, did he? Because I dug that one a lot too. Yes, Angel. I can't say his name. I'm terrible at saying name. I like that kid. Again, kid. He's fantastic. Have you seen Baby Driver? If you haven't, watch that. That's fantastic. You should make him watch it. Say, Dad, I want to watch a movie with you. Pop in
Dang it, I couldn't find it.
that.
I know I've got it.
Oh, good. Glad I could help you though, there, Dell. Yeah, it's
Oh,
on
where is
Hulu
it?
too if you don't have HBO Max.
Yeah. So I watched the original in choir class. Wasn't a big fan, but my dad hates musicals, so I grew up not liking them that much. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Ansel Elgort. Yeah, he stars in the new one. Um. Yeah. No, he absolutely hated it.
I asked him if you liked Greatest Showman.
No, I did not. I gave it a good score. I was objective. I gave it a good score, but I did not like it. Didn't know Bob's Burgers was on HBO Max already. Good. No, yeah, good. Not a fan of Bob's Burgers,
Yeah, me
but
neither.
totally cool.
Oh, I love that Tokyo. Oh, I did. That was fantastic. Pop culture. I love that show. I'm hoping it gets a second season. And what was it? Tokyo something.
No, I couldn't find the regular. Let me see. That's the same thing.
I fought with my daughter Dell about her wanting. She wanted to rent it, and I was like, no, it looks stupid. I don't like musicals. She, I said, but she broke me, and I gave in. We watched it, and the next day I went out and bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find the DVD over there, Amanda. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. And I'm wondering now that after I got the Steelbook and I have the Blu-ray also, maybe I gave the DVD away. um,
Hey, pop
so
culture. I loved your Inside the Collector's Cave. That was a great
yeah, your
episode.
Inside the Collector's Cave was awesome,
That
man.
was
That was
fantastic.
great. Thanks, Dell. I appreciate that. I'm not alone. But yeah, it was just, it was, I can't stand it when they sing the dialogue. I was really disappointed in Rocket Man because I was hoping it was going to be more like Bohemian Rhapsody, and I loved Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, you're
But
welcome, bud.
yeah, you're welcome, man. But yeah, Rocket Man, it was more of a musical, and I wasn't happy about it. Okay, so this one says, yeah, see, this one's kind of doing the same thing. It's been 25 years since Ferris Bueller took his infamous, unforgettable day off, and this release of the hit comedy film from John Hughes is as righteous as ever. One fake sick day sends high school senior Ferris Bueller and his girlfriend Sloane and his best friend Cameron on an adventure of their young lives. As they ditch school and take off on a raucous journey through Chicago, they twist and shout their way all around town while staying one step ahead of their suspicious principal and Ferris's envious sister. That's a little better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Say, common sense police. She found my Blu-ray copy. Um, so yeah, I'll give that an 8. I'd be
Yeah.
down to watch that.
I would too.
Um, I okay. So talking about the ending, and I'm already gonna say this is a 10 for me, but um, I love how it ends. The the sister kind of sticks up for him in the end. The
Hmm.
fourth wall breaks. This is where you get your first hint of an end credit scene, right?
Hmm.
Um, only back then they called them Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You
didn't even
seem
have
like
these.
you're
I
having
think I don't think
trouble.
they called them Easter eggs back then.
No, no, it was just like, oh, there's some extra stuff. But yeah, they didn't call them end credit scenes. They didn't call them Easter eggs. Nothing like that. And I was just like, man, um, I thought that was really great. So yeah, I'm at a 10 for the ending for that.
Yeah, I
What-
agree with that.
Um, I like the story. And again, it's like the whole day and everything goes right for him and his best friend. Yes, I think I'm gonna go 9 though.
I, I was gonna say 9.
Yeah, humor. I'm at a 10. I think it's
I was
funny as
say
hell.
9.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't know if
9.5.
some of it, some of for me might not have aged well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what kind of dropped it just a little bit below Real Genius for me, with the humor, because
Yeah.
it dates just a little bit, and but I still give it a 10 because Real Genius is an 11 to me. Um, so the chemistry, and this is where I falter a little bit. I don't think the chemistry is good between Ferris Bueller and his girlfriend.
I agree.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I got more chemistry between Cameron and Ferris's girlfriend than I did between Ferris and his
Hmm.
girlfriend, and they were supposed to be in love, but I didn't really pick that up very much. Um, the chemistry between Cameron and Ferris, awesome. chemistry between the
Yeah.
principal and his secretary, and the principal and the older sister. Everybody else is really good, but the chemistry between Ferris Bueller and his girlfriend, I think that
Wasn't
falters a
believable.
bit. And Mia Sara actually, brought the acting down a little bit for
Yeah.
me. I think she um, is not a very good actress, but so I'm gonna go 9 for the chemistry.
I'll, I'm gonna go 7 on that.
Okay,
Just because,
so I'm sorry because of what?
just because of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took 1 point off because of her, but see,
Growing up
growing up watching
watching.
this movie, I thought was really Matthew actually singing during the parade. Had no clue who the Beatles were. I was so confused when I heard the Beatles on the radio. That's funny. Yeah, that's I think when gosh, because that was '86 when it came out, and I don't think I knew
I
about
was
the
9.
Beatles back then. Yeah, I don't think you knew about the Beatles,
Mm.
because I unfortunately was raised on country music. Um, so and then by the time I was 16, I was on my own bag, and it was NXS, Def Leppard, um, and those guys, Motley Crue. That's what I listened
Yeah,
to. Okay, so the script. I think the script is money. So
I
I'm at a
agree.
10. I'm at a 10 for the script. I like and the physical comedy I really
I
like.
dug it. Yeah,
Yeah, I dug the physical comedy. Um,
I did
with
too.
the car and with them in the pool and in the end where he's running to the house and the older sister's like racing with the car, scaring the mother, and they're like racing to try to get back to the house. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go 9 though. I don't think I'm gonna go 10.
I would, yeah, I'll go 9. Did you see what Dell said here? I think
I'm
the
pulling it.
chemistry between Ferris and his girlfriend
Was
was supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
the
that
way
way
because
because
he's such
such
a
a
narcissist
narcissist
who
loves no one
loves
as
no
much as
one as much as himself. That's an interesting
that's
take.
an interesting take. Yeah, that's interesting. And the only counter I have for that, Dell, is that he was talking about marrying her, and if he didn't, if it was just if he didn't think like if he didn't say he was going to marry her or something like that, if you just had her as a girlfriend, then yeah, I would have totally believed that. But I got the impression like he wanted to spend the rest of his life with her, but then I don't know, they seemed more like brother and sister to me. They were just, I just did not get the chemistry. But yeah, he's total narcissist. He reminded me of me, um, back when I was that age. I was gonna say that Ferris was a bit of a narcissist. Yeah, yeah, he was a total narcissist because
Yeah.
nothing could go wrong for him. He was one of those guys that he peaked in high school, and
Hmm.
I'm glad I didn't peak in high school. I didn't even get my growth spurt until college. So uh, it wasn't much, but I grew 5 inches between 22 and 23, and that was my growth spurt. Um, because yeah, I graduated high school. I was 5'1". So all right, I see your point. Getting married to someone does not mean you love them more than yourself. I see your point. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, so physical comedy, I've been a 9. You were agreeing with that, right?
I go to
Okay.
9.
Okay.
No, I'm okay with a 9.
Okay. And I think the ad libs are really good here too, especially the fourth wall breaks and stuff like that. And Matthew Broderick, gosh, aside from Mia Sara, I think most of the guys had some kind of ad lib in there. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna throw an 8. I think at the ad libs.
I was gonna go 7.
Okay, that works.
Pop culture says, I just feel this movie holds as well as John Hughes or as Hughes' others. My goddaughter, 17, watched and hated. Thought Ferris was just a jerk and unlikable.
Hmm.
I can
And
see
then,
that.
and then my daughter, I will talk all day about narcissists. Okay. Um, but yeah, and it's funny because for me, so I showed this movie to all my kids, and it is my number two son's favorite movie of all time.
Oh, nice.
So, and I think it's in my daughter's top, maybe top 10, and probably my older son's too. But for my younger son David, it's his favorite movie of all time. So
I wonder if we'll ever get a 4K of this.
I'd get it, especially if it was a steelbook.
Oh, yeah, you
I'd
get
definitely buy it.
it. If you found a DVD steelbook of it, you would get it.
I have one DVD steelbook.
I know.
That's how I won that last question
You-
in our battle.
yeah, that's funny.
It was funny. I was like, I don't even. There's not even a competition on this one. But you still kicked my butt. The only way I made it close is I won the last three rounds, but you had already won the match by then.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you say it.
you didn't even have to. You didn't have to play, and you still would have beat me. That was cool. That was still a lot of fun.
No, you're frozen. Okay, you're back.
Oh, okay. We are done, and I will tell you at this point, we don't have anything in the 90s.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Every one
Well,
of
that
these
doesn't surprise
movies,
me on my end.
every one of these movies is in the 80s.
Oh wow, this is gonna be
So
interesting.
nothing below 80 and nothing above 90. Nothing 90 or above.
So they're all good movies,
They're all good
except for
movies.
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest. But, you know, and I think that goes along the lines, comedy is subjective. The comedy
Mm-hmm.
things that you like versus what I like can be totally different. Um, yeah, and a couple are from the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, your picks were.
Yeah, two for sure. Yeah, two for sure. Um, okay, so we do have a tie with you. So I'll have you pick which one you like better. But okay, so at number 10, unfortunately, is The Replacements with an 80.
Still a good movie, man.
Still a good movie. Number 9 with an 81 is Evolution. Another one of mine. Number 8 with an 82 is Galaxy Quest.
Hey, it's higher than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. Well, that's mainly because I was like, no, we're just gonna my score. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter says that's because he's old. Yes, I'm old. Thank you. Okay, so this is where you come in. You have a tie at 83 between We're the Millers and Bad Words. So which one would you pick?
I'd go with the Millers.
Okay. So at 7 then is Bad Words. At 6 is We Are the Millers. Um, at 5 is Game Night with an 84. So now we're down to the top four. You have another tie um, at 85, and that is between Horrible Bosses and Clerks 2.
Well, you
Both
know
at
the
84.
answer to that.
I already know the answer to that. Clerks 2.
Yeah, you know the answer.
So at number 4 is Horrible Bosses. Number 3 is Clerks 2. both at 85. Number 2 is Real Genius with an 87. And number 1,
Nice.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off with an 89.
Yeah, that's a good number one. I'm happy with that one.
And then I'm giving these points. So 8, 15, 21, 26, 31. So you got the most points. So I got number 1 and number 2, but you got everything in the middle, and then I got the last 3. So going by points, so like the top movie gets 10 points, the bottom movie gets 1 point. So I got 25 points, and you got 31 points. So you won the round, but I got the number 1 movie. I got number 1 and number 2.
Right. But that number one movie though is good.
Yeah, I
That's a
would I
great
would
movie.
have wanted it to be Real Genius, but I get why Ferris Bueller was higher. So I'm not
After
I'm
I'm watching after I watch Real Genius, it could have been number one. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
maybe you give it a better score, but
Yeah.
um but yeah, that was it. That was good. That was fun. I enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
I did too.
Yeah,
Again, man, I love the way you do this. I
thanks,
love
man.
the the way you break it down.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
fun.
man.
It really is.
All right, so um if you're down for next Tuesday, same bat time,
Yeah.
same bat channel, we're gonna do dramas.
Oh shit. That's gonna be tough.
Again, I'm gonna say it again. Shut up. I called it early. Turnerfan
You're too old to
me.
be grounded.
I'm too old to be grounded. Thanks, Dal. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you, man, Del. We
but
appreciate it.
yeah, so dramas next week. That's gonna be interesting. Because
Hmm.
I'm not a big drama guy.
I like dramas, but it's just
Uh,
again, it's what your tastes are, and but
yeah,
again, all film's subjective, just like comedy.
just like
Uh,
comedy. But yeah, so yeah, like I know for sure, like a couple movies right off the top of my head that I'm gonna have.
yeah,
But yeah,
I
there's a
know
certain
one.
kind of yeah, there's a certain kind of drama that I really like, and so you're gonna see a couple of those um in the movie in our picks. But yeah, so I'll get your picks. I'll give you my picks. Same thing. You pick 5, I'll pick 5. We'll get a couple alternates. So far though, we
Yeah,
haven't really crossed,
no, we haven't.
which is cool. And
Peaceful warrior.
my daughter just let the cat out of the bag, so that's gonna be one of my 5 for sure.
I've never seen that. Who's in it?
Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte stars in it.
I've never seen that.
And gosh, I gotta go through it. I haven't watched it in a while. I need to revisit it. Um, but it's based on a book, and it's Nick Nolte's best role he's ever done. It was amazing. And
She
I
said sorry.
sorry, not sorry is what she means. Um,
Mm.
but she knows I love that movie, and in fact, it's on the intro. It's one of the movies that pops up in the
Oh, is it?
intro.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, it is. So, because it's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
kind of
thinking right
excited to
now. I
break
got a
that.
couple.
Yeah, I'm at
Um,
3 right now. Just talking about it. I'm at 3. Um,
I'm thinking. I got that one.
okay, yeah,
I'm thinking.
4.
Yeah. Oh, I keep looking at my shelf like they're all gonna magically come off my shelf and look at me.
Yeah. Now my dramas are way too far away. I can't I
Uh,
can't see them. But yeah, I got to go through Blu-ray. I got to look at Blu-ray. I got to look at my steelbooks because I've got some dramas
yeah.
on steelbook that I'd want. And then it's interesting because you got it like you said, it's subjective. So like Braveheart, would that be a drama?
I'd say a drama with action.
Yeah.
The same
See,
with Gladiator. I'd say the same thing.
so Gladiator. But yeah, I would. I I basically call those fantasies because it's kind of like Back in Time and things like that.
Oh, I can
But
see that. Yeah.
so I do call them fantasy movies. I think they can qualify as drama though. So
West Side Story is a drama. No, I'm just kidding.
I
I'm just kidding.
I would be in the same boat as you were with Galaxy Quest. I'd be like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
score it because I can't do it. Um, I just can't. I would kill it. um,
Right.
but yeah, mainly because I haven't watched it, and I probably won't watch it. But
Yeah.
um,
If you don't like musicals, you won't like it.
make him
But it's a
watch it.
fantastic film.
She says, make him watch it. See, she loves to torture me.
That's what kids are for, though, man.
Yeah. All right. So
Number one, man.
our number one comedy, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think that was pretty cool. Um, so let's see. What have we got coming up? What have you got anything coming up?
We got Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, I just dropped my part 4, I think, of my Blu-ray collection video,
Okay.
and then tomorrow I'm gonna drop What Are We Watching, Dad? Episode 6. No,
What's the
episode
movie this
5
time?
of ET.
Oh,
ET.
E.T.
Yeah.
Nice.
I let her pick the movie, the next 2 movies we do, and I think she hasn't decided which one she wants to watch first. She picked the 2003, 2005. I'm not quite sure the year. The Jack Black King Kong.
Okay.
She likes those kind of creature movies.
Yeah.
And then she picked on myself Clueless.
Okay.
And I was like, okay,
All right. We'll do that.
yeah. You got
Yeah.
that's the next couple of episodes of that,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do 5 movies that I just really like that a lot of people don't talk about anymore.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Just I pick random 5 movies off my shelf that I really like.
Okay.
That's what I might call it. That's what I got coming up. And then Monday we got our Instagram live.
We got our Instagram live next Monday. Hopefully, we're going to talk about disaster movies because
Yes, let's do that.
we didn't get a chance to do that last night. But last night's conversation was awesome. It
It
was
was.
really having Nate and Alex in there, so the 4 of us were jamming.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It was great talk.
I do too.
I would have really preferred them being on video, but I understand it was late and they didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to be on camera. Um,
Right.
but it was it was just you and I on camera. So yeah, next Monday we're gonna do it. Let's come up with another theme with the disaster movies though. See if we can some other type of
Yeah.
discussion that
Yeah.
we can throw down.
I really liked where it went and stuff, and
Yeah,
the
I
interaction with the
yeah I
viewers
liked
was
our
fun.
talk. I liked our opinions all differed just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
with digital and physical, but we all kind of agreed with each other.
Yeah.
so so we all had something to say about it. We all agreed with what we all said. So there,
Yeah.
there wasn't really an argument. It was like, oh yeah, I totally get that point. Here's what I didn't like, what I don't like about it. Oh yeah, I totally get that point. Here's what we were just like, oh yeah, cool. So yeah, I really like it. So my daughter says I could not watch Clueless. The whole
Uh,
stepbrother thing was a little
yeah.
too porny for me.
Porny. That's
um,
funny.
so yeah, not a glow up apparently.
No.
I used that in the wrong context. I know I did.
You
Um,
did,
I
but
did,
it's still funny.
but yeah, that's so funny. I learned a new phrase, so that's gonna be I'm gonna pop that in somewhere. uh, but so I don't have it confirmed yet, but maybe this Sunday I'm going to do a high five with bearded Four Eyes Man, Adam, and yeah, totally wrong context.
Yeah.
um,
I'm
she's
disappointed.
disappointed in me now. I caught
Oh,
myself.
look
I
at that.
said it was wrong to. I said
Did
it
you
was
see
a
that? 100
see.
messages today with Restream chat. That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
we had a lot of
Uh-oh.
good conversation on there with these
Mm-hmm.
guys. Dell and Movie Hunter, my daughter, really talking to us.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, so Bearded Four Eyes Man,
Bang your
Adam,
daughter.
we're gonna do we're gonna do a high five. I'm gonna pay her in gum, uh, but it'll be Trident layers. Um, but hopefully we do a
Yeah,
high
let me
five.
know
If
if you
it's
have Adam on this so I can tune in.
yeah, Adam should be on. Will be on this Sunday, or we're gonna plan it in the future. So I'll ping you and I'll let you know once I have that
All
dialed
right.
in. I have confirmed Vengeance Media from the UK. His name is Matt. I'm gonna do a high five, and he picked all '80s movies. So he's a huge '80s movies
Awesome.
fan. It's gonna be cool. Um, pay me in steak. That's my girl. I'll pay her in steak. I'll pay you in tri-tip. Um, because yeah, I cook steaks on the barbecue, and she comes out and she goes meat. Uh, anyway, so yeah, Vengeance Media. He was on with me on Tim Talks Talkies channel when we did the '80s Rotten Tomatoes Rotten movies, and that was a lot of fun. So I asked him to be on High Five, and he was totally down. Um, meet. So yeah, he gave me his okay. We're gonna do this on the 23rd. Now it's gonna be 11:30 Pacific time a.m., which because he's across the pond, it's 7:30 p.m. his time. So it'll be 1:30 for you in Central Time, 2:30 p.m. for those of you East Coast. So that'll be Saturday, July 23rd. High five with Vengeance Media. I think it's going to be fun. He's a really cool guy. He's really funny. Um,
I'll have to catch that on the replay because I'll be at work.
yeah, yeah, I know you'll be at work, but yeah, if you can catch it on the replay, that'd be cool. But I'll let you know if I confirm with Adam what day.
That's
I'm
because I definitely
also
want. I want to because that's if that's Sunday night, I'll be able to
yeah,
check it out.
yeah, I'm
I might
also
not be able to stay up to watch
um,
the whole thing, but I'll definitely.
yeah, I also got Huck from Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. He wants to be on the High Five, so I'm
Oh,
working
that's
with him to converge it. And
fantastic.
I think that's why he was on, so he kind of got an idea of how the scoring works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that'll be cool. Uh, who else? Blu-ray King. He's already said he wants to be on it, so I've got to get a date with him um, and get him on the show. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll get his high five. So yeah, I've got four high fives coming in the next several weeks. So that's really
Nice.
cool. I like how that's blown up, and that's going to be a lot of fun talking with those guys and getting their
It is
their
fun,
favorite
man.
movies. Yeah, it's a blast. You were my first guinea pig with that, and I really love you for it.
I
So,
loved it, man.
um, and you stuck around, and we still do it. So, I'm glad you did like it, and that
No,
just
I'm
made
glad
me
you
want to
have me,
do that
man.
more.
It's fun.
Yeah, I love having you
It's
on
fun
here,
to do.
bro, and I really like
I love being on here with you.
good. I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, if I don't, you don't do any live streams though, do you? All your stuff
Mm-mm.
is recorded, right?
Yeah, it's all recorded. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable enough yet to try that.
Okay. That's fine. I figure if you're on here enough with me, then you can get a little bit more
Yeah,
comfortable and maybe do a live. Because I'd
I've
be
thought
down
about
to
trying
go
sometime.
live with you too.
I would love to do
Um,
that.
Evan, yeah, I'd love to have you on the high five. So definitely hit me up on Instagram and we can
Do
set a
it,
date.
Evan. Do it.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, do it.
Um, but yeah, I love getting the I don't want to say weird ones, but the obscure titles that I don't expect. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, like what you gave me with Jojo Rabbit, loved that. And I got the old ones with Tim. Um, great, Evan. Thank you so much. I know Dell says he's down, so I'd like to get Dell on.
you got a great group of people coming.
Yeah. Don't know if Movie Hunter said that he would. I'm trying to remember. He just turned around and quoted a movie. He quoted Galaxy
Yeah,
Quest, and I don't think he answered. I don't think he said whether he'd be on there or not. But love to have him on there too. Dell, I'll definitely chat with you, and Evan, I'd get you on the show in a heartbeat. So, yeah, I think maybe we'll once I get Huck, Adam, and Blu-ray King dialed in, and I know their dates, then I'll reach out to you. But I'm thinking it'll probably be sometime in August. and I'll probably get Dell in August too. But I do have a
Yeah.
surgery coming up in August, so I have to like schedule it outside of that.
What can I ask?
Oh, it's just a colonoscopy.
Oh, just.
It's just a
He said
colonoscopy.
just.
It's just a colonoscopy. It's simple. Um, don't go on
Sorry, I
cam,
don't
just as
go
far.
on cam. I'm
I
just.
understand. I understand.
Yeah.
Thanks, movie hunter. But yeah, I saw your movie room and it was spectacular, bro. So I'd be
Yeah.
happy if you want to come in as a guest on our Instagram live chat. I'd
Oh
I'd be
yeah.
down for that for sure. Um, but I think we're done. We're under 3 hours. I think we did really good this time. It
There we
was
go.
solid. Any
Yeah, it was
closing
fun.
remarks? What do you think of the scores? Any surprises that you got?
I like the new way with the halves.
Yeah,
I do
I
like that.
I like how that came out really even, I think.
And I'm glad Ferris Bueller finished number one because I think
Yeah.
that's the proper movie to finish number one.
Yeah.
Outside of me not seeing Real Genius,
Yeah. I agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I
the
wanted
proper
Real
movie
Genius
won.
to win, but yeah, I don't know if it would have done any better if you'd actually seen it. I don't know if it would have got a better score than that. But Ferris Bueller, myself, I scored it a 92. So getting an 89 between us, I think that's solid.
Yeah,
But yeah, no,
yeah,
I was fine with it, and that all of them scored in the 80s. That means
yeah,
these are all really good comedies, except for maybe Galaxy
yeah.
Quest.
Hey, all feels subjective, man.
Exactly. Exactly. I think comedy is the hardest genre to recommend to people aside from horror.
Hmm.
I think horror is the most difficult and comedy is a close second. But
Yeah,
all right. I think we're going to sign off. I'm going to throw the intro back up
yeah,
and we'll talk a little bit backstage after and kind of get an idea
yeah.
for our dramas. You guys tune in next week. I'll throw invites out for the high five. But thank you all for joining us and, watch the
See
movies
you
and let us
guys.
know what you thought. Take care, everybody.
See you.